Jacqueline, how are you? Thanks for joining, love. How you doing this morning? This afternoon. I'm doing great, girl. I ain't even prepared. I'm still trying to get put on my topic. Crazy, just crazy me. Yeah, I miss you. Oh wow, what's going on, Jacqueline? Oh, what is going on with you, girl? I know you're on different time zones, so I didn't worry too much. Hey, good. Oh, okay, that's the. I'm going to sleep about 2:30. I'm going to sleep. Wow, cool. I'm hoping you get that car. I'm praying for you to get it. Wow. Wait a minute, hold on. Where's the light about? Okay. Wait on, hold on a minute. Jacqueline, I'm so happy for you. I'm coming. I'm coming. This is crazy. I'm not even ready this morning. Oh well. Hold on, Jacqueline. Hold on. Hold on, girl. Hold on. Okay, let me see what you said. I hope so too. Going to test drive at about 9:30 and take it up if I can. I'm hoping and praying that you get it. I know you're going to get it. Let's put it like that. We'll see what my mechanic says. I'm so nervous. Don't be nervous. It's going to work out all right. It's going to work out all right. Can you be in love with someone you just met? Yeah, I was trying to see this subject I put on today. Just kind of like easy going day to day. So I want to ask some people questions. It's not going to be a right or wrong answer for this. Everybody got their opinion about stuff. So I'm going to see what other people say about it. Yeah, so yeah, I'm hoping you having an awesome morning, even though it's early, early in the morning there. Or it's like 6:30 here in the morning. It got to be like 4 there, right, Jacqueline? About 40 in the morning. Ooh wee, girl. It's 6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning here. You hear me? Wow, that's early. That's real early. Yeah, I said, oh my goodness, I need to be trying to do, since I'm not working right now, since I'm on vacation, what everybody else is, the school is out. But then again, I'm not on vacation because I still have to go to people's homes. But while I'm home here, I'll be trying to go in the afternoon too, so I can catch you on there. But my day be so busy. I be so busy. I always tell people I'm coming on in the afternoon and never get a chance to come on because my day be so freaking busy. When I say busy, I mean busy. Yeah. So what you think about this topic? You think this is a pretty good topic to talk about today? Yeah, I be trying. I say, gosh, I haven't seen Jacqueline. I was just talking about you to somebody. I say, that's my girl. I haven't seen her in a while, but I know your time is different from ours, so I truly understand. But I was trying to go in the afternoon so I can catch you on, but every time I think about them, by the end of the day, I'd be exhausted. Now today it ain't gonna be a good day because everybody gonna be online. But even though I don't care about everybody being on, because I don't stay on long in the afternoon. Yes, I think that was my problem. I would tell fall in love as quick. Yeah, yeah. We all do that sometime because I do that too. What I used to do, I still do it. I'm not gonna lie because I fell in love with my husband quick. But I think I fell in love with him within like maybe a week. But as I grow older and older now, I don't think it's good to say you're in love with somebody when I wanted love's all Jacqueline. That's how we all do. We be wanting that love right then and there. No matter what's going on, that you be wanting. I fell in love quick with my husband. I know he loved me first, but it was really quick. It came really quick. It was no time to. I say about maybe about a month. I was in love with him, and he was telling me he was in love with me. I was like, can this be true? I was trying to figure out to myself, is this true love or what? I wasn't sure if it was true love or not, but I don't know. Yeah, we all fall in love sometimes for the wrong reasons. Some people say they're in love when they first meet a person. It could be lust, and God don't want us to have lust for a person when you're meeting them. I mean, just if you're in love with them, be in love with them for real. So that's 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 a good topic today, though. So, yeah, so I did that one time, and I don't think I would ever. Mostly people, they be so anxious about getting somebody, and they do start falling in love quick. And but that person may not love you back. That's because you loving them like that. So it is a such thing. If I ever happen again, I would try hard to take my yeah. Sometimes if you're that type of person, Jacqueline, it's nothing we can do about it, and take it slow. That's what we all need to do. Take it slow when you're in a relationship or when you think you're in love with somebody. Sometimes it doesn't be love; it be infatuation. Just like men, they do a lot of infatuation about a person. They say they're in love with that person, but they really don't be in love with them. It just be they may like the way that person walk, talk, or look. Who knows? But that's what people do. It's desperation. Amen. Yes, it is. Or yeah, so yeah, we got to take our time in situations like this, no matter how we think we're in love with somebody, because we may not be in love with that person. We may not. Every time I get on live stream here, Jacqueline, there's one person. Every time they must got this time set, clock set for me. That's creepy. Every time I get on live stream, this one person, they don't give a thumbs up, they don't do nothing. They just sit in the background and listen. They must love what I look like, or they might just love me. Every time. I mean, as soon as 6:30 hit here, they on live with me. Every time. Just sit back and look. But thank you for listening. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Every single time, Jacqueline. It's never just me on here in the morning. It's always that one person sitting in the background. They just lurk in the back. Yeah, they just lurk in the background all the time. It may be probably the same person. It's between three people, I think it is, but I'm not going to say who it is. But like I said, they lurk in the background every time I get on. They be ready. They be waiting to see what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's crazy how people do stuff though. But yeah, yeah. But what was I about to say? Yeah, but this is a subject that I was always worrying about, because it's a lot of people think when they in love with when they meet that person the first time they're in love, it's because you're beautiful. Aww, thank you, Jacqueline. Um, it's a lot of people think when they meet somebody that they're in love, but it's not always love. It could be lust. You could be lusting behind a person. You're not probably not really in love with them like you say you are. So it's a lot of people say that, because I think back in the day when I fell in love with my husband, when I thought I was in love with him, I thought it was lust maybe. I just liked the way he looked and maybe his build. People may fall in love with that, but that's not really falling in love. And then, like I said, there's a lot of people that's vulnerable, fall in love quick the first day. I had a friend of mine, she fell in love the first day with a man. I don't know if it was love, I don't know what was going on, but she said she was in love with him. So I don't know. We just gotta let her do her. Because like I said, there's no right or wrong opinion about if you fall in love quick. Because people does it all the time. But I never fell in love with a person on no second day, no third day. I think that's kind of like less, in my opinion. And somebody else's it may not be. But like I said, it's not a right or wrong answer to this. But everybody got their opinion about this situation. Yeah, so falling in love, and you have to make sure you have the right person when you are in love, when you say you are in love. But so many people say they are in love and don't be love. It be less. Hey Shirley, good morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. I shall be glad. And we say, hey, how are you, love? Thanks for joining. Today we're talking about falling in love. Yeah, falling in love. Sometimes people settle for what comes along, but it ain't real. Right, Jacqueline? And it's a lot of people settle for saying they're in love, but they don't really be in love. They just settling because sometimes people be lonely. Sometimes when people get lonely, they say they're in love. And that person may not even be loving you. It might just be lust, like I was. I was lust sometimes. I think when I first got fell in love, when I thought I was in love with my husband, I thought it was lust. I don't think it was um in love. I wasn't in love yet. I was just thinking I'm in love. And it was kind of like a lust feeling, like, oh yeah, I think I'm in love with him, but I didn't. Hey Sonya, how are you? I'm sorry. I kept seeing Jacqueline say, I kept seeing Jacqueline say, "Hi, how you doing, Sonya? Make sure you thumbs up the live, sweetheart. I didn't see you. Sorry about that." Yeah. So yeah, when you fall in love, make sure it's the right person and make sure it's true love. Because there's no right and wrong answer about if you're in love with somebody. Because I would know if you're in love with somebody. There's a lot of people fall in love real quick and it be real love. But me, like I said, I think it was less in my situation. I don't think I was really in love. I thought maybe I was in love because I was like probably a week later, I said I was in love with this guy. I was like, really? But now as I grew older, I'm not going to do that no more. That's not good. That's not good to do that. But sometimes people, like you say, Jacqueline, there's a lot of people be vulnerable, and some people are looking for love so bad. Thank you so much, Sonia. There's so many people looking for love so fast, they just end up falling in love because they want to be loved. They want to feel genuine about this. They just want to feel somebody loving them. And sometimes when you get that way and you thinking you loving somebody, it's like, hey, Sonia, how you doing, baby girl? Oh, you the one gave me the thumbs up. Thank you, Sonia. I thought it was somebody. Thank you, baby girl. How you doing, sis? Yeah. Or I should say SP because there's another Sonya in here. SP, thank you for the thumbs up, girl. Yeah, so sometimes when we think we're in love, make sure you know what it is for real. Because I was in a situation for a very long time that I thought it was love, and as I got older, it wasn't love, it was lust. And like I said, it's not a different wrong or right answer about this because everybody fall in love differently. You can fall in love with somebody you just met. There's a lot of people do it, but I don't think I would do that. I mean, I would think it'd probably be less. What do you think about this, SP? Do you think you can fall in love with somebody you just met? Because there's no right and wrong answer about this. What do you think? Yeah, so there you go. SP say no. Because you got to really get to know a person. There's a lot of people say that they're in love with somebody, but it be less. Most of the time it be less. It don't be love. Like everybody got a different opinion. Like Jacqueline said she fell in love quickly because she wanted to be loved by somebody. She wanted to feel that passion. You know how people want to feel in love even though they're not in love. They want that person to love them back. Sometimes you love a person, they don't even love you back when you fall in love like that so quick. But like I said, I fell in love with my husband like a week later. And we was together 11 years. So it's different opinions. It's different things, different strokes for different folks. So some people may fall in love quick. I don't know. But I never fell in love with nobody when I first met him. No. I see a lot of people say they did, but I have not never. Never, never, never in 1,000 years. How about you, Shirley? Have you ever done that? People love to come in here and grab, grab, grab. Don't. What thumbs up is so free? Who does that? Who comes in somebody's live stream and just grab? Where they do that at? Ugh. I can't stand when people do that. I talk about this all the time. You think you can fall in? You think it's true, Shirley? Can you be in love with someone you first met when you first met him, Shirley? Wow, cool. Yes. I don't know about that. Now they gone now. The person that grab, I'm quite sure she gone now. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we don't, I never done it before. Like I said, I did it for, it was a week. I fell in love with my husband in a week. We were still together though for 4 years. So hey, it worked out for me. Nothing happened wrong about me. I was still in love with him and we still did things together. And I fell in love with him a week later. But now, today, as time go now, I ain't falling in love with nobody like that quick. So you believe, Shirley, you believe that, what is it? So you believe, who's Stephen? Oh, Shirley Stephen. So you believe that you can fall in love the first time you meet somebody. I don't know about that. Not for me. Well, like I said, I did it for a moment with my husband. I did that, but it wasn't the first day I met him. It took a while. It took a week maybe or longer. I'm not sure, but yeah, everybody it's different for everybody. So I can't say you guys are wrong about what you say or you guys are right about what you say. Some people say they get in life that is getting in love at first sight. Yep, love at first sight. People say love at first sight, and I don't know if I believe in love at first sight, but you know what? I believe in I don't believe in love at first sight, but I believe in lust at first sight. I can like a person and really go crazy on that person, but it's not love. I'm lusting over that person, so it's a different. God don't want us to lust over people, but people does it. I do it. You know, that's something that we all are guilty of doing. Hey, Tabby, how are you, love? Yeah. And still with him 19 years later, and it's going on counting us out. Of course, we dated. Go Shirley Thomas. High five to Shirley. High five to Shirley. High five to Shirley. Oh, we grew on each other. Hey, you know what? That's what I did with my husband. Like I said, it was a week, but he grew on me. I wasn't in love with him from the beginning because he wasn't really my type from the beginning. Because I was back then, I was just looking for what somebody looked like. I wasn't looking for what he had, what type of man he was, what type of heart he had. I was just looking for what it looked like. And he had big old juicy muscles, so I was interested. I believe it's actually called lust because how do you really love it? True, like I just said, Sonia, it is lust. It's not love, it's lust. So yeah, that's what I say when people say they love somebody, but it's different. It's like I said again, Sonya SP, because I don't want you to get different, get you mixed up from this other person that's coming here just grabbing folks. Get you mixed up with that person. SP, what I'm saying, trying to say, there's a lot. It's different strokes for different folks. Everybody is different. Some people fall in love quick, like I did. I fell in love quickly with my husband, and like I said, I was in love with him within a week. But now these days, I wouldn't do that. Oh no, I'm gonna get to know a person for who they are because some people relationships last a long time. Look at Shirley. Shirley says she's been with this man a long time and it's still going strong. That's absolutely. It would have been the same for me and my husband. If he never died, I would still been with this man because I met him a week and I was in love. I was like, whoa, I love this man. But then again, it was less to it at the same time. He had to grow on me. It wasn't really love from the beginning that I thought it was because I was just loving everything about him. But he didn't look too good to me. But he was just okay. I love the things that he did for me back then. That was bad, but I did. You know, I wasn't looking at his heart, what I should have been doing. But later on in life, I looked at his heart as he grew on me, as I got older. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's different stroke for different folks. How you doing today, Tabby? If you're still here, Tabby girl. How's your afternoon or morning or whatever time, night, whatever time it is? I am so sleepy this morning, guys. I've been up here early and trying to figure out what we're gonna talk about this morning. There was so many things on my mind, but this subject stuck out a little bit to me, so I started talking about it. So I'm hoping everybody had a good Sunday yesterday, and everybody enjoyed their Sunday yesterday. I went to church. God was good yesterday. He was good all the time. So yeah, I had a pretty good service yesterday. So yeah, this subject is really catchy to me, and I thought I would talk about it because a lot of people fall in love, think it's love sometimes, and it be infatuation, it be lust. It's a lot of people say they're in love and be infatuation. You think you're in love with that person, and as you get to know that person, you see that that person is not really for you. I feel that my husband was my soulmate. You know, I didn't know at the time that he was my soulmate, but he was my soulmate. As I got older and wise, I said, oh, you know what? This man is my soulmate. Oh, don't get me wrong. It was sometimes I wish I never met. I know how you feel. I feel the same thing about my husband. I feel sometimes that, hey, you know what, this man, ugh. But you know what, as I got older, I learned that, hey, you know what, this man really loved me. You so crazy. Ain't she crazy, Jacqueline? Yeah, so we have our days that we're going to feel that way. Because some days I want to knock my husband out somewhere. That man used to drive me crazy. I was like, man, I wish I never loved you. But you know, it was just a heat of the moment. You know how you say stuff at the heat of the moment. But that man was my world. I always say to myself, I wish that man was still here. Because, honey, child, ooh, Lord have mercy. But hey, he in a better place now. And I thank God for that. And I have moved on finally. It took 2 years to move on, but I moved on. But like I said, he's always going to have a place in my heart right here. Yeah, so yeah, I would never fall in love with somebody like that again. I don't care. Thank you so much, SP Sissy. I would never fall in love with somebody like that again. I don't care who it is. I'm because I have seen people that I lust about, even though God don't want us to lust about stuff. Don't lust over people, you know. I don't care who it is. We're not. Hey, good morning, Homestead. How are you doing this morning, love? Right, Shirley, right. So we don't want to lust at over people. I did it before. I was like, oh my goodness, he is so handsome. But that's lusting. God don't want us to do that. I'm glad you're doing good. Hey, 320, how are you? Make sure you guys thumbs up the live if you can. I miss you guys. Homestead, elegant. She got a beautiful name because she is elegant. And 320, I miss you too. But anyway, yeah. God don't want us to lust over people because people do that. I did it. I'm not gonna say I'm an angel sitting up here because I'm a Christian. I lust over people. I seen people as since my husband had died. I was like, oh my goodness, he is so handsome. But he don't want you to lust at people. We shouldn't do that. But I did that before. Like I said, I fell in love with my husband within a week. There's a lot of people does that. I'm not gonna say that's wrong. I can't tell you who to love and how soon you're supposed to love them. I only can look at about what I should do. This time around, I'm not gonna fall in love so quickly because I did that with my husband. But we were still together though. I mean, it worked out even though I wasn't looking for him what he looked like because he didn't look like too much to me. But I was just looking at him because he was taking care of me. So those are things I was looking at. I understand being attracted, but that's only a fraction of a whole picture of it. Amen. True. That's true. But I was lusting over this person, Jacqueline. I just attracted. I was like, oh my goodness, he's so cute. And I'm quite sure he was lusting over me too, but we didn't do anything. We didn't take it no further because I said, hey, this guy is he probably have somebody, I don't know. But yeah. So you can, I don't think you can fall in love with somebody you just met. How about you, Homestead and 320? What you guys think about this? Do you think you can fall in love with somebody you just met, Elegant or 320? Let me know in the comment down below. Me, I don't think so. Well, then again, I don't know. So let me know, guys. Let me know. Stop saying hi to everybody. Talk to me. I'm asking y'all a question. What do y'all think about that? Yeah, so I would never do it again. I don't care how hard it is. I am never going to do that again. Because my husband, I was head over heels in love with that guy. I mean, nothing he could do wrong. I was just in love with him. But it wasn't because the way he looked, because he looked okay. He wasn't all that, but I wasn't back then. I wasn't caring about what he looked like. I was caring about what he had to offer me, and that was wrong back then when I first met him. But as he grew older, as he grew on me, I started to love him for who he was, not for what he had or what he looked like. And all the muscles that he had, I didn't look at that anymore. I started to look for him, just the type of person he was. He was a wonderful person, so I started looking at that just because he was a wonderful person. What you guys think about that if you're still here? Yeah, so we got to look at people for the right reasons, not for the wrong reason, and fall in love with for the right reason. And take some time to fall in love. Don't fall in love so quickly, because sometimes when you fall in love so quick, do he live there? Do who live here? SP? Well, yes, he does. He does, SP. He live here. Not true. Love at first is only attraction. My hubby and I started out with attraction, but we were in high school. Oh, okay, cool, cool. I hope 320. Me, like I said, this my husband, the one dead now. Um, hold on a minute. The one dead now. I was in love with him, but I was in love with him for the wrong reason. I was love with him 11 years ago for what he had to offer me. I wasn't a Christian back there. I was just looking at the muscles and all that money he had. That's bad now today. But as I got older and we stayed together longer, he started growing on me. Sometimes people grow on you. You don't always have to love a person when you first meet them, or in time you still don't love them because like I said, a week later I started loving him because of the things that he had, but I wasn't loving who he was as a person. There's a lot of people love what you look like and what you got, but they don't truly love you as a person. I didn't love him as a person. I just loved the things that he did for me, and that was wrong back then. But I'm not like that anymore, guys. I'm different. Oh yeah, you was very young. Yeah, I wasn't that young back then, but hey, yeah, I was very young back then. Matter of fact, 11 years ago, yeah. But I was looking at what he had to offer me. But as I got older, these people, I want to shake my head sometimes at people on here in my live stream. But sometimes I want to shake my head and wait. We've been married for almost good. Now that's a healthy relationship right there. Very, very healthy. Like I said, I was married 11 years and it was still counting before he died. And and I fell in love with him a week later. Hey, good morning, Fresh Lemonade. How are you, love? I'm still here getting dressed for my doctor's appointment. Okay, Shirley, you're always here for me, love. Thank you for being here for me all the time. Yeah, so, yeah, we're talking about Fresh Lemonade. We're talking about, can you be in love with someone you just met the first time? Can you answer that question for me when you get a chance, sweetie? Yeah, so yeah, I wasn't really in love with his heart. I was in love with what he had. He had money, he had nice things, so I was in love with that. I wasn't a Christian back there, so I was just doing it all. So I thought maybe that was kind of like lust too. So was I elegant? Was 17 when I got married? Wow, 17 years old. That's very young. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So when I got in love, when I fell in love with him, I loved him for the wrong reason. But as time, he had to grow on me because he wasn't the best looking man to me. He wasn't the best looking man, but I still loved him for what he had back then. But as a like probably about 6 months down the line, I started loving him for who he was, the type of man he was. He had a wonderful heart, and I wasn't looking at that. I was just looking at those dollar signs. That's bad back then, but I was. But as I got older, I started to truly appreciate who he was. A lot of people don't appreciate what they have. They just go out and try to get somebody else. But I appreciate him later on for who he was, not for what he had. So I thank God for him. So yeah, we got to make sure we love people for who they are rather. You know. Wait a minute, Elegant. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to delete your message. Sorry, Elegant. Oh Lord, what am I doing? Hold on, Elegant. I did the wrong thing. Elegant, where are you? I did the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Oh, wow, I made a mistake. Hold on, Elegant. Well, wait a minute. Hold on, Elegant. What's going on? Hold on, y'all. Yeah, oops. Hold on a minute, Fresh Lemonade. I did the wrong stuff. Elegant, where are you? Not Elegant. I love her. This other person I hid on here, all she came in here and do is grab, grab, grab. I don't like that. I took her off my page. Where is, wait a minute, where's Elegant? Elegant, I'm sorry, where are you? Oh, I feel bad. I'm still asleep. I'm deleting the wrong folks and stuff. Who does that, Trisha? Whatever. Let me see. Hopefully she'll come back. Hold on, guys. I'm coming. Hold on, hold on. Hold y'all thoughts. Don't y'all go nowhere. Wait a minute. I did the wrong stuff. Okay. Well, I didn't mean Ella. Wait a minute. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We about to get back on track here. Okay. Hopefully, Ellen, I will hear for you. I did her for you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ellen, again, I'm sorry wherever you at. Wrong person. You wasn't the right person. Okay, thank you. What's going on? I did something wrong, SP. Don't worry about it. Okay, Fresh Lemonade said just met for the first time. I never been in love that fast. Okay, right. Okay. Yeah, but there's a lot of people that do go fall in love the first time. They don't care. They don't care. But hey, good morning, Frank. What do you think about our topic today, Frank? Yeah, I did. I fell in love with him a week later. I didn't know if he was in love with me, but I just loved the things that he did. It wasn't really love. I thought it was maybe infatuation or lust. And God don't want us to lust over people. He wants to be really loved for real. And I'm not going to say there's a right or wrong answer about for this because there's a lot of people who fall in love at first sight. I heard about that, but I don't know. 320 hid that on me. 320 can bring her back. 320 did. She brought her back. Hi, Melvin. How are you? What do you think about our subject today? What you guys think about it? What do you think? Can you think you can love somebody that you just met? You just met for the very first time. We're Homestead that she haven't came back. I need to go to her channel and let her know I'm sorry. She was the wrong person. Oh, man, that is my girl right there. Not Homestead. And she didn't even come back. So sad. Hey, good morning to you. I love, I never. Sorry, Elegant. I'm so sorry. I supposed to have been timing somebody else out my thing, and I timed you out. Not Elegant. I love you, girl. Not you. No, sorry, not you, baby girl. Not you. It was somebody else came in here grabbing. I cannot stand that in my live stream when they come and grab. Not you, Elegant. Not you. So I timed her out. How she like that? Yeah, not you, Elegant. Sorry. Can you post Elegant? Okay. Sorry. Why you not? Hey, wait a minute. Why you not blue over here? Hold on a second. What is going on? You know what? Now you blue again. You know what? Something going on this morning. We're gonna get back on track here. Okay, wait a minute. What did Frank say? I love, but I never in love with someone for the first time. Okay. There's a lot of people love for the first time, but I think it's love at first sight, but I don't believe in that. But like I said, I love my husband. I fell in love with my husband a week later. I would never do that today, but I was loving him. So you put Sonya. Yes, I did put her out. Sure did. Don't just come away grabbing. Yep. Sure did. Put her out. Yep. You don't come grab. That's not nice. How would you like me to come to your live stream and just grab and that's it? You don't do that. That's wrong. Yeah. So what I was gonna say? What I was about to say? Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought I was in love, like I said back then. Frank with I was in love with him, but it was like kind of like lust. I was loving for what he gave me, not the person that he was. Mostly people love a person just for what they gave her. Back then, 11 years ago, I loved what he gave me. I wasn't really in love with him, but as time got older with us, he had to grow on me because I really didn't like him. I mean, I didn't. I just liked the things that he was doing for me. But later on, like I said, I started loving for him for who he was, as a person, and we should do that. But I don't know if it's a such thing as loving a person the first time you meet, but you never know. It's like I said, there's not a right or wrong answer for this because there's a lot of people meet somebody and love them the first time they meet them. I don't know if it's true. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to do right. Melvin, be quiet. So what you guys think about that? Think this is okay? Sis, you didn't time her out. 320 did, and 320 bought her back, sis. Oh, who are you talking about? Sonya? No, okay, whatever. I don't know, but I don't know what's going on right now. I have just loved, never been in love. Okay. Oh, you never been in love before, Frank? Love is a very good feeling to be in love with somebody as long as they loving you the right way. Everybody you in love with don't always love you the right way. They say they love you, but they love. Sometimes people love you for what they. Oh, Frank. Some people love you. No, I didn't. It says Trisha did. Right, 320. It's all good. 320, a good friend of mine. I'm a good friend of yours. I brought you back to that. It wasn't for you. It wasn't for you. Y'all is so funny. SP, we talk about this subject. We getting off this subject because of SP. Talk about who timed this out, who timed stop SP. We're on the subject what we're talking about today. But anyway, yeah, when you love somebody, make sure it's for real and not fake like I did it from the beginning. I fake loved him, but I wasn't really in love with what he had to his heart. I was loving him for what he had given me. But that was a long time ago. That was before I became a Christian. I don't do that type of stuff no more. I'm gonna make sure I love a person for real, for what his heart looks like. If his heart is lined up like the Lord, we don't want to just fall in love with anybody. And make sure it's not infatuation or lust. God don't want us to lust over people. There's a lot of people going out here lusting over people for just to be doing it. Like I said, I did that before. I lust over people, but that's not good to do that. You have to really love that person for who they are, not for what they got and how much they got or how less they got, but just love them for real. Yeah, so I say, can you fall in love with somebody you first met? Like I said, I did it within a week with my husband, but now at today, I wouldn't do that no more. No, I would take time to get to know a person. I want to get to know a person for who they are. I don't want to fall in love that quick because that's not good. Because sometimes you love that person, they don't love you back. Hey, good morning, poetic. Sometimes you love a person, they don't love you back. So a lot of people love people and they don't love them back, and that's sad. But that's how life is. So you want to make sure that person love you back when you're loving on them like that. Hold on, people. Hold on. Hold on. Today I'm making me some collard greens, so I'm back and forth making collard greens. Um, okay, waiting for it to come. It is, it's called Poetic. What are you talking about? That's Poetic. Okay, I've always loved hubby to some degree, but being so young, I'm sure it was mostly attraction, but it grew into something different. Yeah, that's how it did for me, 320. It grew into something different because, like I said, it was just I was just attracted to him, what he had to offer. That's bad to say, but I was back then. But it grew into something really special. I mean, I miss that man today, so I knew it was love later on in life. Um, okay, people was just disappearing in front of my very own eyes quickly. I don't know what was going on. Oh, the only person, one person disappeared. Um, Frank said, good morning. I wanted hubby as a friend. I wanted to finish college, but he wanted to marry. Oh, elegant. But you guys are still together, so that's awesome. Like I said, when I first fell in love with this guy, that I don't know if he loved me back, but I think he did. I don't know, but he probably. Some people just love the way you look. Some people just don't love you for who you are, and that's what I was doing. I was just loving him just for what he looked like. Um, 320 said, people say they fall out of love, but love changes. It's supposed to. It's not that. It's not love anymore. It's not supposed to stay puppy love forever. Um, I I agree, and I don't disagree. I think when God puts somebody in your life, you're supposed to love that person forever to death to his part. Sometimes you do fall out of love with people, but when I fall in love with somebody again, I want that love to last forever. Only way that love won't last forever if that person doing me wrong, if that person cheating on me. That's the reason for me to get out of a marriage. That's the reason I will get out of marriage because I am not going to tolerate somebody's cheating on me. That's not good. I don't care how people feel about it, but I am not going to tolerate people cheating on me. But I will stay with you, and even though our love is like kind of failing, but I'm going to still stay with you and try to fix it. Yeah. Okay. Melvin, good morning. Okay. It does change 320. It evolves into a deeper love. Amen, elegant. Absolutely. Yeah. It all involves into a deeper love. It shouldn't change for the worse though. Well, in my opinion, everybody got their own opinion, so I'm not going to say you guys are wrong about what you say, but in my opinion, the only way love would change for me if somebody have cheated on me, if somebody disrespected me, if somebody hurting me, somebody beating on me. That's when it'll change for me. So that's my opinion, and you guys have your own opinion. So there's no right or wrong answer about nobody's opinion. Nobody can say somebody wrong or somebody right about what they say because everybody got their opinion. That would be wrong to say, oh, you're wrong about what you say. Everybody got their own opinion about stuff. So, hey, I understand what you how you feeling. The way I learned how to truly treat a woman with love till death do them part, learning from my grandparents. Yeah, that's true. Um, I'm talking about when a relationship is new. Oh, yeah, true, 320. I understand. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, so yeah, we go through changes and stuff in relationships. But like I said, I don't want to love so quickly again. I want to make sure that is the right person. Like God, when God sent me my husband, um, I tried to make sure that he was the right person for me. Even though I was loving him for the wrong reason, where I wasn't in love, I was lusting over him for the wrong reasons when we had first met. Love can be fun. Love can be fun. Love is fun as long as you got the right person. And love, sometimes they say love doesn't hurt. Sometimes love does hurt. Especially when you have the wrong person. Love, you can be in love with somebody and they hurt your heart down. I love your picture, girl. You're beautiful. Aw, thank you so much, SP. Are you married now? No, Elegant. No, he died 2 years ago. No, he died 2 years. That's the one that I met in a week, and I fell in love with him. No, he died. I'm sorry. Yeah, he died. Good morning. I'm back here, back entering out of town guest. Thank you for the back with my YouTube family thing. Hey, sissy. Hey, thanks for joining, love. If you have not gave the thumbs up, please thumbs up the live if you can. 320 say that's giddy love. That's cause eventually go away. I had people say once they aren't gotten it anymore, they fell out of love. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. Oh, thank you, Homestead. Yeah, he died 2 years ago of ALS. It's called Lou Gehrig's disease. It's a disease that crippled. It's kind of like you stop talking. You stop walking. Your head like turn to the side. I don't know. You heard about this guy? He just died some years. We'll get back to our subject, guys. This guy's underrated. I need to find you. I look for that your name, but you got to tell me where you're from so I can put that in. My husband, he died. He had first his neck turned. Usually people your neck turn. It's this guy used to live. I forgot his name. I can't think of it, but He's supposed to be the smartest guy or something. He had ALS. Well, he died of it. I think about a year ago now. He did lived a very, very long time with ALS. So his neck turned a little bit unelegant to the side, and then he started couldn't walk right no more. Then he stopped writing. Stopped writing. Couldn't use the phone anymore. He couldn't walk anymore. And then eventually, a year later, okay, sweetie, he stopped eating. And then if you can't eat, you can't. If you can't eat or you can't swallow nothing, you can't live. So later on, he just died. So yeah, it's called It's called Lou Gehrig's disease. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, 320. Thank you. Hit the like button. Thank you, Poetic. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened to him. So yeah. So we gotta make sure when we're in love with somebody for real, make sure it's the right love. Don't go around saying you're infatuated with somebody because maybe you're infatuated with that person and that person not infatuated with you. They may love what you have, a way you look, but they're not really loving who you are as a person. Like me, when I first started out with my husband, I wasn't loving what he looked like. I was because he didn't look like nothing to me back then. Okay, guys, back then he didn't look like nothing to me. When back then, 11 years ago, I was looking at what a person looked like on the outside. I wasn't looking for their heart. But now, as I'm a Christian, I'm looking for your heart. I'm not looking, you can be 600 pounds. I'm going to love you for who you are. That's what we all need to do, love a person for who they are. But I fell in love with him for what he had. He had money, so I loved him. I loved his money. I didn't love him. Let's put it like that. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Make sure you thumbs up the live if you can. But let's go back to where we were at. Um, Never said it's also fun growing together in the Lord, and also as you take this walk together with your soulmate and best. Amen. That's what I want again. I want somebody that's going to be my soulmate. Not only my soulmate, I want somebody that's going to be my best friend, somebody I can talk to about anything, and it don't go nowhere. When you got a husband that you or a companion that you can talk to about anything, that's awesome. That's how it was with me and my husband. We could talk about any and everything. I don't care what it was. We just could talk about everything. But, that's what I want again. But I don't want to fall in love so quickly. I want to take my time this time and make sure it's the right thing. And that we both are falling in love for the right reason, not just lust because he likes me because the way I look, or I like him just because what he had. Um, Good morning. All's hello. How are you? So how's Katie doing today? Yeah, Shirley, we want to make sure it's the right thing. Once you have real love, you don't want anything other than that. Sissy, tell the truth. Say it again, girl. That's what I want because when I was in love, when later on, when I did was in love with my husband, I loved everything about him. I didn't care about what other man was in front of my face. My heart was focused on him. My mind and everything was so focused on this one man. See, that's how you know when you're really in love. You don't worry about what the world is doing out there. You worry about that one person. You're not lusting over nobody else. You just loving that one person. That's how I was. I want to just be in love with that one person. I'm going to try to go to sleep for y'all, but I need to get up. Okay, Jacqueline, baby girl, come back again. I will try to come on again today. I said it yesterday, but I didn't do it. I got busy. But if I do, I'll hit me up, girl. Um, okay, once you have had, okay. Understand, Katie. Okay. Yes, when you speak to people out of courtesy and respect and you don't get that back, that's very annoying. Amen. It's very annoying, poetic. Um, yes, how can you truly love someone you don't have it no thing about? They could be gorgeous, but you until truly they would be into. Yeah, you're right. See, I didn't know nothing about him very quickly, and I fell in love with him like a week later. I didn't know nothing about him. He could have been a murderer. He could have been a cheater. He could have been all those things, but I didn't know that. I was just falling in love with what he was giving me. It wasn't about what he looked like because he didn't look like too much or nothing. But I wish today that you guys fall in love for the right reason, not for the wrong reasons anymore, and make sure you love them for real, not for less. Um, okay, going to try to sleep. Okay. Sis got to make it call. Be right back. Okay, sis. Say that. Yeah. Okay. But everyone. Bye. I'm Jacqueline. Come back again to see me. Love you. I love falling in love with someone I just met, but I don't think it's impossible. Oh, you never fell in love with somebody you just met. You don't think it's impossible. Okay. Yeah. Everybody got their this about opinions. It's not no right or wrong answer today, guys. Like I said, everybody do it. My phone is about to die on me. You know what, you guys? I am so all over the place today. I don't know why. I'm all over the place. Don't y'all guys think I'm all over the place? What is going on? Hold on, guys. I think my greens is burning. Hold on. I'm not getting up no more. That's my greens. I'm cooking collard greens for later on today, so I have to get up. I heard some burning. Okay. It said you people can, who will love your heart. They look for everything else. It's sad you can't. Wait a minute. It's sad you can't. People who will love your heart, they look for something else. Yes, a lot of people look for something else. They don't look for the right things anymore because people are looking for what you had, not for your heart. Loving you like the Lord loved you. They're not looking for that. They're just looking for something quick. See if they can make a dollar sign out of that. Most people do. Will you still love me when I'm old and able to drive and suspend the rest of the days? Of course. That's what love is. You still love that person when they get old and wrinkled. That's what we were talking about the other day. Mostly people don't love you when you get old and wrinkled. They want to move to the next person. You got to understand, this is just outer beauty. All this stuff will change. People don't understand that. So that's what I'm trying to say about less. You lessen at somebody, but soon that's gonna change about them. You can't do that. Melvin, that's so sweet. Right, Melvin. Oh, when she looks are gonna once the trips turn into dips, the muscles turn into muscles. You leave or say, Amen. Mostly people will leave when you get old and ugly. That's how people do. They leave when you get old and ugly. It's bad. Yeah. Okay, sis. Thanks for coming back. Yeah. So I'm gonna make sure this time around, whoever it is, I used to be beautiful. I am 47 now, so much anymore. You're still beautiful. You're beautiful in the Lord. So don't worry about what other people think about you. You're beautiful to me. You're beautiful to God. So don't worry about what other people think about you. You're still beautiful. As long as you got that beautiful heart, you're still beautiful. We all gonna get old. We all gonna get wrinkled. We all gonna get gray hair. I have a little gray hair, but I dye my hair. I mean, it ain't all over, but I dye my hair. I got little specks, but I dye my hair. I keep my hair dyed. It's either burgundy or blonde. Those are the only two colors you're gonna see in my hair. But I don't worry about if I'm gonna get on. Yeah, older women are good. I'm an older woman. I'm not 60 or 50, but I'm getting up there. I'm getting up there. I'm getting up there in age. Hey, that's where it is. But you know what? But yeah, you want somebody that's gonna love you for who you are, not for what you got. But mostly people fall in love. They say they're in love when they first meet you because of the way you look. They love you because of the way you look. If you're looking like something, they're gonna love you. But once they get what they get out of you, they're gone. So that's not real love. I call that lust. I call it lust. You guys might call it something different because it's different opinions. I think it was lust. Like back then when I first met my husband, I think it was lust. I wasn't really in love with him. I was loving what he had. And that's not what God wants us to do. He don't want us to be in love with what a person have. He wants us to really be in love with that person for who they are, their heart, their mind, their body, their soul. That's what we need to be in love with, not with what they have. And see, back then I was going for what they had. I wasn't trying to settle down, but you know what? This man really turned my life around to be that to love him, because I wasn't thinking about trying to love him. I was just out here. So yeah, as you live and learn, you learn to love the person that God sent to you. And I'm quite sure God sent this guy to me, even though I fell in love with him in a week. I would never do that again. It's going to take time. I'm going to make sure I get to know that person. But sometimes, you know what? Sometimes you can be with a person a very, very long and you still don't know them. It's things I still didn't know about my husband. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. It's a lot of things you still don't know about a person just because you be in love with them a very long time. But next time I get in love, I want to make sure we get to know each other for who we are, and trust each other. Communication is a big thing when you are call yourself in love with somebody. If you don't have communication, you absolutely don't have nothing. You know what I mean, sissy? Yeah. So we want to make sure we have communication in a relationship, and we're not lusting over that person. Yes, true, Frank. We don't want to be lusting over that person. We want to love that person for simply who they are. Back then, I didn't love a person for who they are because I was just doing my thing. I wasn't saved. I wasn't trying to be saved. I wasn't thinking about being in no church. I wasn't thinking about God. But right now, as a Christian, I love God. And I'm looking for that man that loves the Lord, that have a heart set up like the Lord, that's going to treat me like God treats me, who will love me unconditionally, understand my flaws, still accept me for who I am. If I get a little fat, you're still going to love me. If I get ill, you're still going to love me. That's the type of man I'm looking for. Back then, I was just looking for your money. I'm just going to keep it real. Right now, no, 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 no. That's wrong. That's bad. We don't want to live that way. No. Um, I look at what a person does. Used to have a friend. She was very pretty, but she was a nasty person, extremely rude to waiter, waitress, and just ruined the experience of going out. 320, tell me about it. You can be a beautiful person and have a very, very ugly attitude. I used to have a very, very, telling you guys, I used to have a very, 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 very bad attitude. I used to be very, very, what you call that? It's a word that you, it was just stuck up, like kind of stuck up person. I was like snobby all the time. And I thank God that I am not where I used to be. Sometimes I sit back and meditate about where I came from, and I thank God. Hey, good morning, the boss. Thank you for being here today, sweetheart. Make sure you thumbs up the live if you can, love. Yeah, I thank God that I'm not back where I used to be, grumpy and mean to people. That is not the way the Lord wants us to be to people. He wants us to love one another for who they are, not for what they have and be crazy about. I was just bad back then. I thank God I'm not like that no more. Um, okay, I'm never saying I learned that for women that at late 40, 50 fun love begins with your significant other. I seen in my grandparents raised me since I was 3 weeks old. Aww. You know what? You know what? You got an old soul, Melvin. That's good to have. Not a lot of men have an old soul. They out there want to do everything still. They're not ready to settle down. There's a lot of women that are not ready to settle down. So they say they love with somebody and they're not really in love. As P said, everything I had that was big and bounces is now all flat and went south. I'm glad my husband always told me he loved me for a personality in this person because he would have taken one. Sis, you bad. That's what I feel about me. Sis, I am the same way. Everything that used to look all good is everything is all a hot mess now. But it's okay. Somebody's gonna love me for who I am, not for what I got, what I look like. Cause all this gonna get gray. It is gray. If I didn't die, it will be a little. We will be seeing a little bit gray on the sides here. That's where my gray start on the sides. Not everywhere. It's just on the sides. This is still all good for now. But I know what you mean about that, SP. Yes, Melvin. By now, yeah. Yeah, glad you joined today, boss. Yes, I dislike gravity. The boss, good morning. Hello, how are you? Pretty outside, ugly inside. Concerned like no one can touch you with 20 foot. Amen. Melvin, if you don't stop. Yeah, there's a lot of pretty people on the outside, and when you look at them, when you talk to them, they have the craziest. They are horrible. I met a lot of men like that too. Not just women now. There's men out there too. You call yourself trying to look nice for them. They have an ugly attitude. Bye. I don't want to be around people like that. Yeah, so yeah, we have to make sure we getting loving a person for the right reasons. You so silly, Melvin. We got to make sure we're loving a person for the right reasons and not for the wrong reasons anymore. Like I did, like I said, I love my husband for the wrong reasons. I love what he had given me, what he was giving me. Hubby says I would never look old, but he is blinded by love. Oh, you are beautiful, elegant, just the way you are. Don't you change nothing, girl, about yourself. Your personality is awesome, and I like that about you. That's why I come to your live stream, because if your personality attitude wasn't good, and you wasn't a good person to me, I wouldn't come to your live stream. I'm just keeping it real. But I think you're wonderful, just the way you are. You're beautiful, and your husband thinks you're beautiful. And you can always be beautiful to the end. You have a wonderful heart. You welcome me to your live stream. So that's awesome. Everybody don't welcome you somewhere. So when you welcome to be into somebody's live stream, be happy for that. Oh, Elegant do have a funny sense of humor. I love her. I love going to her live stream, and I'm always missing it. And sometimes I get there and then it's about to be the end, but most of the time she stay on pretty long. But yeah, so make sure when you meet somebody, make sure it's really love and not infatuation. We all get that type of way about somebody sometime. I did. Like I said a couple months ago, I was just in love with this man. I was like, oh my goodness, I just love. But that's infatuation. I don't want to get like that. You don't want to lust after somebody. You want to make sure it's really love. You want somebody as your best friend. I want somebody as, since my husband has died, I want somebody to be my best friend. I want somebody to be my lover. I want somebody to be my soulmate. I want it all wrapped in one big old present. That's what I want. You are quite funny and enjoyable. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so yeah, don't worry about that though. We got to learn to love a person for who they are, not for what they got, like I did. So if I believe in love at first sight, back then I did. Now I don't. I believe it's lust at first sight, but not love. But back then I did believe that I was loving this guy for the wrong things. Love can be ugly. Love can be ugly things soon as a cat man or kitten woman say they love you, and every time you bring up money and not time for God, walk away. You about to be used. Yep. When you bring up God and that person don't want to hear nothing about God, they're gonna walk away. Everybody you come in contact with don't don't love the God. They don't love God. They just don't love him. So if you bring that situation up to them, that word up to them about, oh, I love God, and they walk away, you know they're not for you, and they don't love you. They don't love God. If they don't love God, they don't love you. So that's how it is. I put God first. Before I meet anybody, I'm going to put God first because I got to make sure that is the right, proper man for me. That's a man that the Lord picked in my life. I'm not going to put anybody in my life. I can get anybody, but who wants anybody? We want to pray for the right person that comes in our life. We want to be specific about who we pray for that comes in our life. We don't want to put anybody in our life because God can send you anybody. So don't go lusting over somebody else's. There's a lot of people go lust for other people's stuff. That's their stuff. Stop lusting for other people's stuff. Yeah. God first all the time, Elegant. No matter what you do, always put him first. If you don't put him first, you're going to be lost. And sometimes when you don't put him first, God sends you the wrong stuff because you asked for the wrong stuff. You wasn't specific about what you asked for, so you're going to ask for the wrong stuff, and he's going to send you the wrong stuff. You're going to pray on your knees, say, oh, God, just send me somebody. Guess what? God going to send you just somebody. That can be a drug dealer, that can be a thief, that can be a murderer, that can be anybody. But you wasn't specific about what you asked for. So he sent you whatever you asked for. When I ask God for something, I'm going to make sure I know what I'm asking him for. I'm going to say, I want somebody that loves the Lord. I want somebody that got a heart lined up like yours. And I want somebody going to love me for who I am. Communicate with me, love me, be my best friend. I want my soulmate. I want it all wrapped up in one. I want somebody that loves the Lord. If you don't love the Lord, you have to keep on stepping because I don't think you are right for me. You are not my cup of tea if you don't love the Lord. Because I love the Lord. Lord have been too good for me to not love him. So I'm not going to get in a relationship and just it's going to be just me and him. It got to be me, him, and God. Mostly people get in relationships, they just want to be just them and God, just them and the person. No, it don't work like that. It's you three. It's God, the person, and you. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how relationships work. But people don't put them there. They forget about God all the time. That's bad. Don't do that. Melvin says, watch out for my jerky in my New York in Mr. Hyde. He has a form of God, but denies the power. Yeah, absolutely, Melvin. You ain't saying nothing but a word. I have tried and tried to get my son to realize that it is a Christian. That's a Christian woman is very important. He spent 8 years with someone who didn't know about the Lord or much of anything. Ended bad. Yeah. See, kids don't know. Mothers knows best. But kids always think they know more than you. I don't know why. They think they think they raised you. They think they had you, you didn't have them, so they don't know these things. You have to teach these kids that, but sometimes you have to let the kids learn their own way. Sometimes my mother used to say, let her feed a kid out of a long handle spoon. Let them learn their own self. If you done taught your kid how to get with somebody that's gonna love them and be a Christian, get with somebody that's a Christian person for them, and they don't want to do it, you have to let them bump their own head. My mother always said, you have to let a person bump their own head. And you know I do. I let my kids bump their own heads because a child going to do what they want to do, regardless, especially when they're grown. Especially when they're grown, they're going to do what they want to do. They're not going to listen to you no more. No matter what Christian values you have taught them, they still not going to listen to you. But sometimes those Christian values will stay with them. Sometimes they will leave. Sometimes they won't think about it because sometimes they let other people take them away from where they used to be at. That's how it be sometimes, you know. And he says such, he loved God, will go to church, but soon as something happens, all hell breaks out because he says, let's pray together. Yes, that's true. All you do have to test them one time, Melvin, and see. That's what I do. I'm going to test a person. Next person I get, I'm going to test them. I want somebody going to read the Bible with me. Everybody don't want to read the Bible with you because they simply don't know Jesus and they don't want to know nothing about Jesus. So they don't want to read the Bible with you. They're going to simply turn away from that. Ellen 320 says, exactly, my daughter is learning the hard way. Yeah, let her learn the hard way. 320, she's going to have to learn on her own. She's a grown woman now. She got to learn on her own how things are. All you got to do is give her tough love. That don't mean you don't love her. Tough love is loving her and let her know that you know what you're talking about. You've been here before she was. These kids these days act like they've been there before you. They act like they had you. The way the world is going right now, I shake my head all the time. Kid always act, oh, I already know. You got already. You don't know nothing. You still wet behind the ear. How you know? You don't know nothing. You know what I taught you and what you learning out there in this crazy street, but you don't know nothing. So let a kid say all that type of stuff. They don't know. Half of the time they don't know. They say they know this and they say they know. They think they know more than you. I don't know why a kid think they know more than their parents. They think they know. I laugh sometimes when a kid say, "Oh, I already know. I already been." You don't know nothing. You ain't even been on this earth long enough. How do you know that? So let them think they know stuff. Let them hit it hard. Because sometimes God wants us to let our children hit it hard sometimes. That don't mean we don't love them, but sometimes we just got to let them hit it hard. I love all my children, but I let them hit it hard. When they think they know more than somebody they think they know, let them learn the hard way. That's what I do. We don't have to be mean to them about it. Just kill them with kindness sometimes. It's sometimes good to kill your kids with kindness and love them. Give them that hard love. That's what I used to do. So yeah, we just got to make sure we love a person for who they are, not for what they got, how much they got. Tell him I said go get himself a good Christian woman with values, old school values. Tell your son I do. Every door get to open to you. I think she's talking about her daughter. I think so, Melvin. If that's who you're talking about, yeah. But yeah, it's good to have Christian values. You want somebody that's gonna love that person for who they are and not for what they got. And you want somebody that learns from their parent. Because a kid gonna look at you and learn from you. What you do, the kid, no woman touches a door in front of me. That's awesome. You're an awesome man. A kid gonna learn from you. She's gonna learn the way, um, especially a woman. She's gonna learn from her mother. If she see her mother out here being mean to people, using people, she's going to go up and do the same thing because she's watching you. A daughter is watching her mother. Usually, boys watch their father. If the father around, they're going to watch them and see how, if you're going around beating up on that woman, he's going to watch that and he's going to do the same thing. Yeah, and if you're going on beating up on a man, that your daughter going to watch that. So you got to be careful what you bring to the table when you're around your children. You know, I always, when I was growing up, I didn't want to fuss in front of my children because you know what? Sometimes that hurts the children. They love to you all. Gotta go. Have a great day. Thank you, Elegant. Come back again, sweetie, and see me. Yeah. So we gotta make sure we know what we're saying in front of our children because just because you say something in front of your children, some of those things are not right, and they looking at you fussing and doing all that yelling. They're gonna be doing the same thing because they're watching you. Yeah. Kids learn by watching you. Exactly, 320. Now, so if I'm doing something wrong, believe me, that little girl or that little boy watching me. Oh, my mom did it. You didn't think it was wrong. She had 6 and 7 men, or he had 6 and 7 women. Ain't nothing wrong with that. My mom did it. They watching what you do. So if you argue in front of your kids, don't do that in front of your children, because they looking at that stuff. And it can go be in it can lead to bigger and bigger problems when your kids see you doing that type of stuff. So I've always been the type, as I was growing up, to not do that type of stuff in front of my kids. I would just go in a room, and if I had something to say to my husband about something, I would go in a room. I wouldn't do that in front of them. That's not good. You don't do that in front of your children because you sometimes you get kids' minds all twisted up. They don't know if they should love this person. You got your kids hating the person that you're with because they see you arguing with them all the time. You don't want your kid to hate the person that you're with. They don't even know them. They don't even know why you're arguing. But you're putting that in front of them, so they're gonna end up hating that person. Yeah, so we got to make sure we know what we're doing when we're in front of our kids. When we are not in front of our kids, we still got to know what we're doing. Yeah, so I know these things now. It took me a while to learn these things, but when you know something, you know it. You got to know these things because life is hard enough anyway. Not only enough hard for us, it's hard enough for our children growing up. Make sure you teach your kids to get somebody that's going to love them for real, not love what they got, how much they got. Love them for real. Don't go around giving fake love, because people does it every day. If my daughter seen me a long time ago loving a person for what they had, that's not good. You don't want your kids to do that. But the sad thing is parents do it every day and think it's good. Right, they does it every day. Frank and think it's good. It's not. Nothing's good about that. Nothing. You would never succeed after that because your kids looking at that. Kids are looking the way you do things. If you go to church, your kid gonna go to church. They're gonna look at those things. Even when they get older, they're gonna continue going to church. Some kids grow out of that. Some kids don't want nothing to do with it. There's a lot of kids' minds so twisted up, they don't even believe in God anymore because they listen to what the peer, there's a lot of peer pressure out here. So if there's a lot of peer pressure out here, they looking at what the other kid is doing, what the other kid is saying. So they stop believing in God. They stop believing in what who brought them in this earth because they think, well, yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on here out in this world. So we got to really teach our kids Christian values. There's a lot of people don't teach their kids Christian values. That's why these kids are doing everything. But just because your kid are doing everything, there's a lot of kids taught their kids Christian values, and you're not responsible for them once they get out there and do what they want to do. But I'm still responsible for my kids. They're still going to do the wrong stuff. But we got to understand when our kids get old, they're going to do what they want to do. All we got to do is pray for them. Even though we implanted Christian values in their life, they're still going to go out and do what they want to do. That's the way kids do. It's nothing that you did wrong just because a kid go out there and kill somebody. Even though you implanted Christian values in them, that's just them. They out there listen to what other people are doing out there. Sometimes they out there joining the wrong crowd and they start doing bad stuff. But that doesn't mean you didn't plant Christian values in them. I'm planting Christian values in all of my kids. But if one of my kids go out there and do something wrong, it's nothing that parent did wrong. Sometimes it's just because the kid got with the wrong person, got with the wrong set of group friends and start doing that. Coming upstairs, the lady always walk in front of the man, not looking purposely, but safely going down the band, walks in front and protects. You are awesome, Melvin. That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much, the boss. Yeah, so we got to make sure we know what we're doing and make sure when we love somebody, we love them for real. Love them for real. Don't give that fake love. Thank you, Fresh, for still being here. Don't give that fake love. So many people give fake love. So many people say they love you and don't really love you. You got parents put their kids in, wait, you got parents put their kids in grown adult conversation and wonder why their kids act. Say it again, Frank. We got a lot of parents let our kids be right there while they're talking. That's one thing I didn't do. You go in the room. I always say go in the room. Go in the room. Yes, it's true. Go in the room. When a woman and a man talking, a kid shouldn't be in the middle of it. I see that happen a lot too. Sitting right there listening, getting a big old earful. So later on, when they get older, they remembering everything you did. They're gonna do that to their spouse or their significant other, whoever. They're gonna do it to them because they seeing what you did. So they didn't think it was wrong what you did. So they're gonna do it. Yeah. I thank God for children having old school, raising the old. The rod was not spared, but the dictionary also came in handy. Amen. Absolutely, Melvin. Me too. I do too. Yeah, you have to, Frank. So we got to understand when you fall in love, again, like I said, make sure it's love and not infatuation. What I did with my husband 11 years ago, like I said, I was loving what he had, not his heart. I wasn't a Christian back then, so I was just loving what he had. I wasn't worried about what he had, how much he had. I mean, what he looked like or nothing. I was just loving what he had. If he had a bunch of money, I was with him. But now these days, I don't want that type of relationship. I want somebody gonna love me for real. Even though if I get fat and get old and ugly or whatever, you still gonna love me. I don't care if you met me one day and 2 months later you fell in love with me. You better still love me. What you did with me from the beginning, you would continue on doing that. Most of the people, when you gave somebody something from the beginning, they stop doing it. They don't want nothing to do with it. They don't want to do it no more. They stop. Don't do that to people. Whatever you did from the beginning to the person, I don't care if that person 90 years old, if you gave that person flowers from the beginning, if you're able to do that, continue on doing it. That's how relationships stay strong. Continue on doing that. Don't let relationships get sour. They don't have to get sour. You guys make relationships sour. That's who make them. Dear one, there are no more go in the room there anymore. Here your age. My grandfather threw a shoe. Oh my goodness, you are funny, Melvin. Stop. I made a video about love, I think, yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I look at that. Frank, buy flowers, continue. Continue buying flowers. If you buy flowers from the beginning, I don't care how long it took for you to get these flowers. Keep getting those flowers. I don't care if I'm 90 years old and you 80. Keep giving me flowers. If I can see, if I can hear, keep giving me flowers. Say poetry. Continue doing that. If you gave poetry from the beginning, continue doing that. Don't stop doing what you're doing when you get a person. But like I said, back on our topic again. When you meet somebody, make sure it's real love. Don't go by what they have, how much they got. Like I said, I met my husband in a week, and I met my husband, and I fell in love with him in a week. But back then, I thought it was love. I was younger, 11 years ago. I thought that was love, but it wasn't love. It was lust. I was lusting. God don't want us to lust over people. He wants us to really love that person for who they are, not for what they had. And what I was doing, I was loving him for what he had. Wrong thing to do. If you ladies or men are doing that, do not do that. That's not love. That is lust. We don't want to lust behind nobody. We want to really make sure it is really, really love and it comes from up above. If it haven't came from up above, it's not so. And when you are in a relationship, make sure you put the Lord in it. Don't just say it's just you and that person, because it doesn't last if you just say it's just you and that person. You always got to put the Lord in your relationship. He wants to be in your relationship. That's the way things last. Hey, how to cook? How are you, love? Thanks for joining, sweetie. How you doing? How you doing? Congratulations again on that moderation, whatever you call it, monetization. That's what it is. Me, I get tongue twisted here sometimes, talking so fast. I talk faster than Bugs Bunny. Talk so fast. Oh, that's funny. People really don't know what real love. Some people, it is just a four-letter word and just something to say to fit in. I'm glad you're doing good, how thing. Yes, it's true, Frank. People think love is just a four-letter word, and it's not. It is a four-letter word, what you see guys see on the outside, but love is really, you have to really take time and have patience when you're trying to fall in love with somebody. Love don't come overnight. No, it don't. If you think you can fall in love like I did in 1 week, it's not true. It takes time to get the person. And even though I don't care how long you be with a person, you're really, 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 really not going to know that person. I don't care how long it takes. You're really, really not going to know that person. I don't care how you say you're going to know that person, you don't know him. Sisters and bros, don't ball if you can't ball. I learned the smallest things in life are the best things, because rich or poor, a person with real love will love you always. Yes, amen, they will. They will love you thick and thin. If you fall short, they're going to still love you. If you get sick, they still going to love you. That's real love. Mostly people, when you get sick, they don't want nothing to do with you. They go try to find the next woman or the next man. That's real love. Is somebody going to love you till death do you part? That's love. That's real love. Um, yeah, so we got to make sure we got the right person in our lives when we love somebody, and love them for the right reason. Don't do like I did, love them for the wrong reason, because you're going to get hurt in the long run. Yeah, so yeah, I finally loved that person for who he was, not for what he got. But it took a minute for me to do it, but I did. I learned that love, you have to love a person for who they are, not for what they got. Love them like the Lord, the love, like God loved us. God loved us genuinely. So I had to love that man genuinely, not for what he had. So he had to grow on me. Sometimes people have to grow on you to really love them. So he had to grow on me, and he really grew on me, because we were still together 11 years later. Even though I fell in love with him a week later on for what he had. But it grew on me to love him for who he was. Yeah. People use the word out of context so much they use it to get something, or how I say it, bedroom talk. True. Absolutely. True, true, true. Um, Love is not how it is back in the day. Today people take love for a joke or something to play with. Yes, it is. It's not like it is back in the day. Frank, I wish it was. I wish it was. You still cooking? Okay, sweetie. Okay. Yeah, but yeah. So we got to make sure we love in the right way. Yeah, it's true. It's not like it was in the back of the day. Because if love was back in where it was back in the day, all of us would still be married. Okay, have a good day, Fresh Lemonade. Thanks for coming, babe. See you later. Have a good day. Yeah. So yeah, we got to make sure we're loving right these, and it's not like it used to be. Hey guys, don't forget to hit that. Thank you so much, Sissy. That's my girly right there. You guys are awesome. Thank you, How to Cook. Yeah. So yeah, we got to make sure your love is not like it used to be. If it was like it used to be, everybody still be in love. And then back in the day, you can love a person in 3 days or 2 months and then still be in love. That was back in the day now. Back in the day, you can fall in love with somebody in 3 days or a week and it'd be really love. Because you were loving that person for who they are, not what they had. But now you can't do that because it's not that. So I understand it. Yeah. So that's true, Frank. So I sometimes I wish it was still back in the day. I wish things was the way it used to be, that you love for real and genuine. Love today is a clinch, and mostly today, not actually true. That's true, Melvin. People don't show action anymore. People just love. Way back in the day, they courted each other. True, 320. That's what I'm trying to say. They courted. I want that back again. I know it's gone. I don't think we ever gonna get it. But that's what I want. I want that back so bad. But I know we'll never get it back. I know it'll never be like that no more because people are not loving that way anymore. The people back in the day really loved each other, not this fake and taking love. Right. That's what I'm trying to say, Frank. They back in the day they really loved you. Look how many parents stayed together. So look at our parents that stayed together so long. And you know what? They dated like for 3 days and they got married back then, and they still was in love with this person. Back here, yeah, Frank, it's true. Back now these days, people don't know the meaning of love. People don't even know what love is anymore. They take it for granted. They take other people for granted. You should never take people for granted. Never, ever. I took my husband back for granted back a long time ago. That's what I'm telling you guys. Don't take people for granted because one day, that person you take for granted, you're going to lose them one day. Yeah. So don't take people for granted. Really love a person when you really love them. Like me, I have old school values now from my mom. My mom told me how you're supposed to love a person. From my dad too, how you're supposed to love a person and really love them for who they are, not for what they got. Mostly people do that still. These days, these centuries right now, people loving you for what you got, how much you gonna give them. They ain't loving who you are as a person. They don't do that no more. My parents my parents were up today for 32 years until my mother passed. See, that's what I mean. That's good love. That's the best love. That's the genuine love. I wish I was back in those. I mean, I wish I can go back into those days when it was real love. Because back in the day, people would get married 3 days later, and they didn't even know each other, but they were in love. They were still focusing on that one person. They wasn't trying to get love to see what they had, because back in the day, they didn't really have nothing, but they still loved each other. See what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. We can't bring back in the day values, but we can be that type of person like it was back there if we want to. We don't have to act like these people here. Most of the people want to act like these people here because they think it's cool. It's not cool. It's not cool being a cool kid. Don't try to act like everybody else because they think they can have 3 and 4 women. It's just not good with 3 and 4 men. That's horrible. Do you know how that make you look? You don't want me to say it on live stream, so I won't. But that don't make you look good. It don't make you look good at all. It took me 10 years of my life to get it with the girl around the corner, but now we're just best friends, and it was a beautiful daughter and a sophomore in daughter. See? Sometimes it takes you a long time to get it right. Sometimes people never get it right. I don't care how long it takes. Sometimes you never get it right. Let me get on my knees and get this. Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on. I have to put this in because if I don't, it's going to hang up on us. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me see what I was talking about. Hold on. Um, Frank said people can be together for 3 days and decide to leave each other. Yeah, for 3 days. 3 days? You don't take no 3 days to leave nobody. It's going to take time for that. So, but people leave them in 3 days. You're right. Um, 320 said it's not about what a person has, it's about what they are willing to work for in a relationship. It's to work. Amen, 320. Yes, it is true. But people don't look like it. Look that way anymore. It's we're living in the wrong time zone. Everything is all crazy right now. 320. I do agree with you though. My daughter is 22 and she ministered to me. Oh, that's absolutely wonderful. Yeah, Frank, it's true. So we want to get the values like they used to be in the older days. That's what I want. I'm not worried about these values now. I'm looking for the old school values. I'm an old school woman, so I want the old school values. I want somebody going to open the door for me. I want somebody going to love me for real. Don't say you love me. As soon as my back turned, you looking at somebody else's woman's butt. People do that all the time too. Oh, I love you. As soon as my back turned, you're all on somebody else's tail. Stop. That's not love. If you love me, you're going to be looking at me. You ain't even worry about them. That's disrespectful. That's what that's called. Love a person for who they is. I don't care if you fell in love with that person in a month. Still love them. Sometimes God put you in a relationship with a person, and you may fall in love with that person in a month. God didn't say that's not possible. Only guys, people here on earth says that's not possible. It is possible to love somebody. If you guys been together, spent that whole month together, finding out about each other and just loving each other, spending time together, it's possible too. As I'm thinking, that might be possible too. Let me see. These days, you got pastor cheating on their wives and with the female. Frank, you ain't said nothing but a word. Absolutely. They do it all the time. They do it all the time. And they call themselves trying to teach you the word, and you out there cheating with everybody. Stop. That's wrong. That's wrong. You don't know. Sometimes you don't know who to trust, even at churches. You don't know who to trust. You don't know if somebody's telling you the right word or not. You just don't know. Sometimes you just got to read up on your own. That's what I do. When a pastor tells me something in church, I always go back and read up on it because I'm not sure sometimes. Sometimes a pastor talks to me, I'm like, I didn't know it say that in the Bible. I have to think about it. So sometimes, yeah, the devil is a liar. Absolutely, Frank. I did wrong in my past relationship, and I'm not scared to admit that. Amen. Because God blessed me with one only God woman, but I was too selfish to see that. Sometimes it takes a fool to learn, Melvin. It takes a fool to learn sometimes, but that doesn't make you a bad person because you learned that when you was in your learning stage. Sometimes you never learn. Some people get in a relationship and they all fail on them because they never learns. Some people just never learn. God put beautiful people, good people in your life, and you still never learn. You still want to act like you Mr. or Mrs. all that when you're not. If God give you somebody to love them for real. Don't hurt their feelings. Don't cheat on them. Don't bash them. Don't do these things to them. If God's sending you that person from up above for you to love them, He wants you to love them for real. When God send me somebody to love this time around, like I love my husband, I am going to love them like it's my last day. You better believe it. I am not going to take them for advantage. I'm going to love them for real. I didn't love my husband for real back there when we first started out. I did not. I loved what he gave me. But as time grew on me, 6 months later, I really loved him, and he really loved me. So, hey, that's what I'm talking about. I did wrong, Pastor. Okay, yes, the devil is a liar. Yes, he is. Right, me too. No, yeah. You can't control your house. You can control God's house. Amen. Amen. Absolutely. Be a preacher, not a... Say it again. I'm not going to say that last word. Absolutely right. Hey, how to cook. Okay. Great advice, yeah. How you going to talk to somebody and you living crazy? How can I be a motivational... Frank, you crazy. How can you be a motivational... How can I be a motivational speaker and I want 30 men? I'm just keeping it real. How can I tell you guys how to live and I'm not living right? How can I tell you about my life and I'm still doing the same thing? You can't be doing the same thing. You got to live right. I chose to live right. I chose to live for God. Back then, I wasn't living right. There's no way in the world I would have got on live stream trying to be a motivational speaker and have 30 men. Who does that? Somebody that's not true. Somebody's fake. This thing now, pimping from the pulpit, trust me, that's fire. That fire is hot. You are a hot mess. You make me crack up. Yes, it is. It's true. But people does it all the time. But we ain't gonna worry about those people because we're not those people. We're trying to live for the Lord. So if they're pimping from the pulpit, they got their day coming. The pimpers and the hoes and everything else you called it on here. But you know what? I'm not that type of person. I'm gonna live for the Lord. I'm gonna do my right thing. I'm gonna try to live the right way. Because so many people are living the wrong way and doing the wrong stuff and getting the wrong stuff done back to them. Because when you do wrong to people, it's coming back to you. But it's gonna come back to you even twice, even harder. So we ain't got to worry about that type of stuff. We're trying to live right and trying to make sure we love the right person and the person that the Lord sends us. Don't just go out here picking anybody. I can go out here and pick any kind of man, but guess what? I'm gonna get any kind of man. When you're going out there picking any kind of man, you're gonna get just that any kind of man. So be happy and wait on the Lord to send you whoever He got for you, because everything that's look good is not always good. And always remember, God don't like ugly, and He ain't too fun or pretty either, and He's not. So if you got trying to call yourself being a Christian and you out here hating on people and being mean to people and wishing the bad things happen to people, those things gonna happen to you. There's a lot of people wish stuff on people, but you know you got to be careful about what you wish for on people, because those things that you wish for on people may backfire on you. So always understand that. How can you be a pastor when you are cheating and abusing and sleeping with other people in church? Your wife, on your wife. They do it all the time, Frank. It's just the way it is. It's just the way the world is. Back in the day, you didn't have all that stuff going on. Pastors love their wife. These days, pastors in church looking at the next woman. But you're a pastor. You telling us the word. You teaching us the word. But you out here doing everything else. You can't do that. They're cursing people. It's so bad. It is so bad, 320. It is so bad. Yeah. You can't be a pastor and you're cheating on them. But back in the day, pastor was a real pastor. I can't find that in the church no more. I can't find out in the church. I still go to church, but sometimes I look at stuff in church that goes on in church, and it's sad. I try to concentrate on what the pastor's saying, but sometimes I second guess the pastor. You should never have to second guess the pastor, but I do. Just like the pastor here in Atlanta. I don't know if you guys heard of him. I forgot his name. He was a pastor here in Atlanta. He passed away. He was having being with guys. He was having sex with younger guys, with boys. He was a pastor here. I forgot his name. When I find out his name, I will tell you guys. I think he died of AIDS back here like a year ago. Somebody else took this guy's place now in church. But like I said, you don't never know. This guy was teaching the word, preaching the word, and doing all this, but he was still sleeping with men, sleeping with little boys, sleeping with people that he shouldn't be sleeping with, and he was married. That's what I'm trying to say. These days, you got to know. You got to really know. These days, you don't know if the pastor's telling you the truth or not half of the time, because they doing so much out here. So we don't know. And they are smoking and drinking outside the church. And yes, yes, absolutely. Eddie Long is absolutely. Thank you, sis. His name is Eddie Long. He was sleeping with little boys in his church, grooming them. I mean, giving them stuff, buying them cars and stuff like that. And he had a wife telling us the word, feeding everybody the word, but doing the wrong stuff. Who does that? Thank you so much, sis. My first lady will be a woman for God and on fire for me, and she gets low, I will pray for her in fire. Yeah, there we go, Melvin. 320 said, you have to be careful in churches these days. Many aren't teaching the Bible anymore. They preach prosperity, feel good stuff, but not true. 320, yes, you do. You have to be very, very careful. People are not telling you the right stuff. People are not telling you things that you need to know anymore. It's sad. It's really sad. But that's the way the world is. Sissy said the word says study to show yourself approved, for this is for our safety, because ever. Let me say, the word says study to show yourself approved. Yes, you have to study. Everybody don't study the Bible. They listen to what the pastor say, because all the stuff the pastor say is not true. Just like I said about Eddie Long. He was out here doing this thing and still teaching the word and had a wife. And I understand 320 about you said you can't trust churches anymore. You can't. You can't. I have a son don't want to go to church. He said, because, Mom, you see all this stuff happening in church. I talk to him every day from his household. He said, all this stuff is happening in church. He said, I'd rather watch it on TV. There's a lot of people rather watch it on TV because you're learning so much stuff in church, but still the pastor trying to be a pastor, but still he's sleeping around with somebody else. That's not good. That's not good. Eddie Long is a perfect example. That's what I'm talking about. Eddie Long. That was the one here. Hello, blessed mom. Hello, how are you, Phoenicia? How you doing this one? Make sure you give a thumbs up give this live stream a thumbs up if you have not done so. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream, sweetie. Yeah. Did you visit me when I was sick? Did you visit me when I was in jail? Did you call and ask what happened that I didn't come to church? People don't do that anymore, Melvin. That's just a lost cause, sweetheart, when you see that type of stuff going on. Couldn't, because the devil is a liar and have their own interpretation of the word. Amen, sissy. Absolutely. The devil is a liar. So that's why we're having all this stuff going on, and people are not living right, and they're not going to live right because they think they simply believing in what some of these pastors say. Some of these pastors are just talking behind the side of their neck. And I just listen and listen all the time. And I was like, wow, is that true for real? And I go back and look at the Bible verse he told me. I forgot one pastor was telling me something. I said, oh, no, that ain't true. Something he said. Oh, he was saying, this is what he was telling me. I'm going to get back to your message. One pastor, I went to his church one day. He said, yeah, we ain't got to worry about the Ten Commandments because that's old. We don't have to study that no more. You're going to always need the Ten Commandments. God made the Ten Commandments. We have to study those all the time. He told me, you don't have to worry about that. Those are old now. That's not old. That's not old. We got to live by the Ten Commandments. We got to live by the law. We got to live by the word, the Lord's word. People don't want to listen to that. He's going to tell me, oh, that stuff is old. You don't have to worry about the Ten Commandments because that was in the Old Testament. I said, what? I stopped going to that church because he was not telling me nothing right. That's not right. You have to live by the Ten Commandments. Yes, you do. Because the devil is a liar in heaven. Okay, yeah. People wonder why people don't go to church anymore because the pastor might be lying. Yes, that's why they wonder. It's a lot of people don't go to church. My son don't want to go. He said, Mom, I'm going to listen to it on TV. He said, I'll talk to you later. I said, okay, because I always ask him, do you want to go to church with me? He said, no, I'm going to listen to it on church. He said, these churches ain't right, Mom. He said, you got to be careful. I said, I know. Stay 15 minutes or more, guys. When you thank you so much, how to cook. Sissy, amen. Yeah, I'd rather go to a small group, handful of people, get together and say, you know what, me too, 320. I was saying the same thing. Thank you, Phoenicia, still being here at work. Thank you, love. Thank you. If you guys don't have Phoenicia, I think that's her name. Make sure you get her. She's an awesome person. I went to her live stream a couple times, and she's awesome. Make sure you get her. Yeah, don't go to church anymore. I study myself. You know what, 320, I was thinking about doing the same thing because every time I think something, somebody telling me something, it always comes up wrong. You're very welcome, Finesse. If you guys don't have her, make sure you get her. Melvin said, I'm real. That's why I always wait till it comes because I don't want to miss or say the wrong thing spiritually and worldly speaking. Can't be yeah, it's true. That's true. I'm here but still work. Okay, Frank says, the church is always in your heart. The church is just a building. Church is just a building. Absolutely, Frank. As long as you teach those church values to your kids and you still read the Bible, you have to read the Bible to learn what's going on in the world. You have to read the Bible. You're very welcome, Farnisha, for the shout out. You're very welcome, sweetheart. Yeah, you have to read the Bible. At least you got to pick up the Bible if you're not going to church. I don't go to church every Sunday because I get mixed feelings about churches, but I do love God. I talk to God on a daily, but I get mixed feelings all the time. Since I've been here in Atlanta, these churches are not like back at home. They're not. They're so different. It's so different. And I struggle to find a church that I really, really like. And I don't think I would ever find a church that I really, really like here. But I try to get there every now and then. But like yesterday, I went to church just to see about something. Who's cool? Oh, okay. Yeah, just to see about how things are. But you know, it's the same old same stuff. Just like I said about that Pastor Eddie Long, he was preaching a good word to everybody. Love the Lord. Don't cheat. Don't commit adultery. And what he was doing all the time, Long was committing adultery, cheating, lying, stealing from people that didn't really have, taking money and using it, buying cars and stuff. So that wasn't right. Just like this other pastor here in Atlanta, Georgia. His name is Creflo Dollar. You guys need to go look up on him. Creflo Dollar. Is this a church I go to every now and then? He owns boats. He owns houses, so many houses. He had places and he had churches in New York City, but they say he's not doing right. This is the guy told me, you don't have to learn the 10 Commandments are old. Creflo Dollar. This is a guy here in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, look at him up. He got boats. He has houses, but sometimes I have mixed feelings about him too. The building is a place where we come together as a church to become a congregation to worship God on a court. But there is always a snake in the midst of in the clique. Yeah, of course they are. There's snakes everywhere. We're gonna always have somebody this lurking in the background. We're always gonna have somebody like that. No matter what church you go to, you're gonna always have somebody who's not there for the right reason. There's a lot of people in churches that are not there for the right reason. There's people as Christians that's not there for the right reason. There's people can call themselves Christian but can talk about you at the same time. You can't call yourself a Christian and talk about a person. If you're a Christian, you pray about that person. You don't go talking about them. What kind of Christian going to talk about you? I'm a Christian. I'm not going to talk about you. If you talk about me, I'm going to pray for you. We need that to go on. We need to start praying for one another, not talking about one another. It's enough of that already in the world. Why we want to be a part of that? Pray for one another. Don't talk about one another. Love them still. If they talk about you and not, still love them. Don't say, I don't love her no more. She talked about. Still love them. I have a lot of people probably talk about me, but you know what? I still love them because I am a Christian. I don't fake being a Christian. I'm a real Christian. There's a lot of people fake being a Christian. Oh, I'm a Christian. But as soon as you get off live stream, they're talking about you. But that is not a Christian. No. You're doing it the wrong way. I don't trust rich pastors. I mean, they should be able to make a living, but I don't feel we were made to get rich off the. Absolutely, 320. I feel the same way with you. I agree with you on that. I agree with you that me and my sister was just talking about that. She don't go to church either. She don't go to church. She rather listen to it. She rather look at hold on. She rather look at it on TV because she said because they're preaching the wrong stuff and they want to get rich off of your money. They want to get rich. Some of them do. Some of them do. There's a lot of pastors that are not for the right thing. And I know I've seen a lot of churches like that. I went to one church, this guy had about like 4 different things. Like when one congregation come in, he wants money from them. And the next session come in, he want money for, like he said, for daycare. And then he got something else for something else. I say, really? How many of these things this man gonna fill up? I was looking at him. I said, I'm not going to give all those things. I done gave, oh, hey, if you can give more, come on. I got this right here for the babysit. I got this for the clothing and stuff we need. You don't need all that stuff. God didn't say you need to do all that. Stop. Yeah, I don't trust rich people. You're so funny, 320. The church is a place where the messed up people trying to get it right, but go for the word. Listen for Jesus' voice. Pray while he's speaking. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of messed up people in church. There's a lot of messed up people here in the world, so it really doesn't matter if you're in church or not. There's still messed up people. There's messed up people need to get it right because they don't know what it is. They don't know what the meaning of getting it right. Getting it right is trusting in the Lord and doing the right thing, not trusting in him and doing the wrong stuff. So many people doing the wrong stuff and call themselves Christians. Christian take time. You can't be a Christian overnight. You have to pray about these situations that's going on in your life. If you're still hating on people, you can't be a Christian. Sometimes people struggle with hating on each other. Sometimes people struggle in churches. So, you know, there's no right or wrong answers about nothing we talked about today. I don't care if you meet a person and you fall in love with him tomorrow. That don't make you wrong. There's people fall in love. Ooh, did you see that dress she got on? You so silly, Melvin. That's what they do in church. Other than focusing on what God's telling you, stop focusing on her hair or his hair or what he got on. That's them. We're here to focus on God. That's the only thing. Because you kind of distance yourself from God when you're focusing on other people other than what God wants you to focus on. When I come on live stream, I focus on you guys, telling you guys that the Lord is coming back. No matter what you say or how you feel about it, the Lord is coming back. He's coming back for the good. And if we don't focus on that, we're going to be left behind. Yeah, it's true, 320. You're cracking up what Melvin said. He's a mess. Yeah. So we got to focus on God and leave that foolishness alone. Don't worry about her dress in church. If her dress too short, oh well, we can't do nothing about her dress too short. If it's up her tail, we can't do nothing about her up her tail feather either because that's her dress. We got to focus on the man. Melvin, that sums up most Baptist churches I've been in. Yeah, that's how it is. All those churches be doing that. Shoot. It ain't just Baptists. They all be all kind of crazy now. We just got to focus on him, and if we fall in love with somebody, make sure we love them for the right reason, and make sure it's for real. Don't say you love somebody and it's not for real. A lot of people do that. Oh, I love him. Oh, I love him. Like I did, and loved him for what he had. But like I said, now these days, I don't do that no more. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Don't do that. Just love a person just for who they are, not for what they got. If God send you somebody lovely in your life that you've been praying for a long time, love him for real. Love her for real. Be genuine about it. Don't say you love them because they got a lot of money. What about when all that money gone? Then what you gonna do? You gonna be a seasonal person and leave like seasonal people do? Yeah, that's what you gonna do. This time around, like I did my husband, I'm gonna love him for real. I don't care how long it takes. I'm gonna love them. He's going to be my king and I'm going to be his queen always. I'm not trying to have two and three men. I won't focus on one person. I want that man to love the Lord. I want that man to go to church with me. I want that man to pray with me. And I want to make sure God is in between us. I don't want it just to be us two. People get it wrong. They just want them two. That's why it doesn't work. Stop just thinking it's just you two. If God put you two together, it's supposed to be you three. How about that? I've been going to church all my life. I've been in a lot of churches, parking to meeting, and shoes being thrown. Get out of the. You know what? You are, Melvin. You're being a character today. Stop it. Yeah. So we just gotta love a person for who they are, not for what they got. And if you fell in love with somebody, I'm hoping, praying that you're still in love with that person. If you're not in love with them, it's okay still, but make sure we're in love with the person for real. I love them for who they are, not for what they have anymore. And I thank God for people that've been in love for 15 to 20 years and 30 years. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's the type of love I want. I want somebody that I can grow old with. That's what I want to do with my husband. I want to grow old with him. I want to be on the cane still walking with him. I want to still hold his hand walking with him. That's the type of love that I am looking for today. Yeah. Yeah, ha ha ha. Yes, it is true. 320. I want to be on a cane walking. That's how I want to be walking. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean, Finesse? Yeah. We want to love somebody until we gray and old and we can't even talk no more. Can't even wipe our own mouth off with food all over. You want that man to be just like, ooh, baby, I got it. And still love you, though. Some people, when you get old and ugly, they don't want to do with you. Oh, she old and ugly, or he old and ugly. Bye. I want somebody that even though when they get old and they can't sit up no more, I'm my old butt want to still try to help them up if I can. That's what I want, and I'm gonna get it. That's not only what I want. I'm gonna get it. I don't doubt stuff that I'm gonna get because I'm gonna get it. When you doubt, it never happens. I'm never gonna doubt nothing that's gonna come to my life because I know it's coming real soon. I was a usher, choir member, church, drummer, Sunday school, drummer, vacation Bible school. You name it. I heard it now. I'm a DT. Amen for you, Melvin. Thank God for you. I've seen churches go couples get married and go through hell at home. Yeah, we just don't know. Hey sissy. Hey sissy, how are you? How are you, sissy? Yeah. So everybody, you're gonna see a lot of stuff in churches. I done seen a lot of stuff in church. But what cracked me up the most is when I heard about Eddie Long. That just took me for a loop because this man, I mean, he may love the Lord, but he was he was teaching the wrong stuff. He out here doing stuff with little boys and grooming boys, and you had a whole woman at home, and you doing all this stuff, and you a pastor of a church, of a very very big church here in Atlanta, Georgia, and you doing all this crazy stuff, and then you end up getting AIDS. I was saying hello to. You were saying hello to. Hmm. Yeah. So yeah. So you got to make sure you know what church you're going to, because sometimes you think you got a right church and it don't be affirming what you see. Oh, okay, baby girl, I got you. Okay, thank you, sissy. Yeah. So yeah, you just got to make sure you know who you love with. Like I said, I want to find somebody that's gonna love me, even when I can't walk no more. Even when I can I gotta wear a diaper. You still changing my diaper. Cause some people have to wear a diaper when they get older. But if it's true love, you're gonna still be there with that person. Before my husband died, he had to wear a diaper. He was wearing a diaper. But you know what? I still changed that diaper. I was still changing that diaper. That's what you call true love. Not many people want to change a diaper. When you get it done, you gotta change a diaper on an old person. You be like, no, no, I still did it. That was the type of woman I was. I was a good wife. And there's not too many good wives and good husbands out there, because when they got to do all that, they bail out. So evidently, you didn't love that person from the beginning. How about that? Um, hey, good morning, Miss Diane. How are you? I'm gonna be listening for 20 minutes on my way to the doctor. Okay, baby girl. I still feel like, oh wow. You might have the flu. Do you think you got the flu or something, Miss Diane? Seems like you might have the flu or something, sweetie. I'm hoping and praying everything goes all good for you when you go to the doctor, sweetheart. I'm gonna be praying for you. I'm glad I'm around real pastors. I know a preacher who catches a bus and rents his apartment and don't bother the church money for the well, that's good. I'm not saying everybody's bad, but there's a majority of the people are bad though. Go to church. I miss Diaz. You broke a record. You are the first to cuss on. Oh, she okay. I love Miss Diaz. Don't talk about Miss Diaz. I love her, Melvin. I think so. This feels like it's been taking medication. It's not helping out. Oh, yeah, you probably got the flu, sweetie. I'm hoping you're going to feel better when you go to the doctor. You going this morning? You said you're going to go this morning. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Miss Diaz. Praying for you, girlie. Yeah, so, yeah, there's a lot of pastors out there doing that. But we, like I said, we have to make sure we love a person for who they are. Hey, Cassie. How you doing? If you guys haven't thumbs up the live, please do so. Aw. Yes, driving there now, and thank you, Trisha. You're very welcome, Miss Diaz, anytime. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Hey, there's my Cassie. Cassie. That's my girl. I love her. But yeah. Yeah. So Cassie, what we were talking about. Okay, thank you, Miss Boss, Boss from still being here. She's awesome too. If you guys don't have the boss, get her too. She's awesome. Her live streams be funny. I go in there and listen to her and her sister. She got a beautiful sister. Her sister about to start a live stream. I mean, about to start a video. I guess doing videos too. So you guys get Mr. Boss if you don't have her. She's an awesome person. Hello, sweetie, Miss Diaz. How are you feeling? Yeah. So make sure you guys get her. But we were talking about Cassandra and Miss Diaz. We were talking about can you be in love with somebody you just met? What do you guys think about that? I said I was with my husband for 11 years. I was with my husband for 11 years. Hello, Miss B. How are you? Thanks for joining. Oh, Cassie say yes, you can. Okay. I know I was with my husband for 11 years, but I had fell in love with him. You so crazy, SP. You laughing at me, SP, every time I'm trying to say something. Sonya, you laughing at me. I'm good, and you. I'm glad you're doing good, Miss B. Thanks for being here. Everybody just commenting in. I'm trying to talk. I'm doing awesome. I can't complain, Miss B. I'm glad you're doing good also. Sis, what you laughing at? But anyway, like I was saying, I was with my husband 11 years, but um, I fell in love with my hubby and with a right away. Been together for 23 years. See? So it's different strokes for different folks. Nobody don't have no right or wrong answer. Like I said, I fell in love with my husband 11 years ago, but it was for the wrong reason from the beginning. You know, it was from the beginning, but we were still together though. After all that, after all those brushes and all that stuff, right? We had to just dust off a little bit. Then I started loving him for who he was. You know what I mean? So we all go through that stuff. But I started off wrong from the beginning. I was in love with him, but I was in love with his money. You know, that's wrong. But back in the day, I was. Be right back. I have to run to the store for milk and Kool-Aid. Make sure you bring me some Kool-Aid back, Melvin. Bring me some Kool-Aid. Love Kool-Aid. Yeah, but yeah, and send it through the phone when you get it. Bring it back, Melvin. Don't forget about that, brother, man. But anyway, yeah, so it's not a right or wrong answer about this. It's just about if you how long did it take for you to fall in love with somebody? Yes, love is at first sight for me. Met my husband 8 years ago and still in love and still got butterflies. See, it doesn't matter how long it takes. Like I said, it took me. I was in love with him for the wrong reason, but still, we were still together 11 years later. So that started off the wrong way, but at the end, like 6 months later, it was good. I love that man for him, man. You know. So it's not no right or wrong answer for this. I just want to know how you guys feel about that, and did you fall in love? How long did it take for you to fall in love? Sometimes I mean, can you be in love with? Yeah. So sometimes it takes a minute, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on the person. Like I said, one thing about me, I always fell in love really, really quick. Everybody don't do that. Sometimes it take me. It could be just because of that person. Like now, I bet if I fall in love right now, it's gonna take some time. But I know I'm gonna feel love real quick for that person. But it's gonna take time for me to really, really be in love with them this time. But I think if a man's treating me good and put me on the pedestal, I'm gonna be in love with him. I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, I love everything about him. Thank you, Jesus, for sending me this person. So you just don't know. So, but what I'm looking for me a husband that's gonna love me for who I am, understand my flaws, No matter what's going on, if I get fat, you're gonna still love me. If I get wrinkled, you're gonna still love me. If I get a bunch of gray hair, you still gonna love me. You ain't gonna go try to look for the next person. And a woman should think the same thing about if her man get this way. It shouldn't just be one-sided. We should be in a 50-50 relationship. You're supposed to love that person for real. Don't fake the funk no more. I used to fake the funk, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. I was the first one to say I love you to him, and he was shocked. But but the gentleman he was and still is what made me fall in love. Aww, see, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I went. That's what I'm trying to say about my husband. He was a gentleman, even though I was loving him for the wrong reason. Finally, Trisha, I finally made it. Hold on. Okay, hold on. We're gonna get to you. Life. Hey, how are you doing? Like, make sure you thumbs up the live stream, girl. We about to get back to you. Hold on a minute. It sounds like good orchestrated. You're married. You were drawn and stayed faithful until the end of time. Just think you treated him good and carefully. I did, sissy, till the end. Even though I did bad from the beginning because I wasn't a Christian back then 11 years ago, but I stayed with him. I changed his diaper. I did it all. Yeah. So hey, that was good. That was good to do. Okay. I finally made it. Thank you for making it here live. How are you, love? Hey, welcome to the live stream, sweetheart. We're just talking about can you be in love with somebody you just met? That's what we're talking about. And you tell me your input on that life if you can. Cassandra said, I was head over heels over my hubby for the start, and look, 23 years later, we still going strong. He is amazing, and he always said, "Aww, oh, you guys are awesome. That's wonderful. That's what I'm trying to say. Still be in love. I don't care how long it is. Yeah. Frankie Melvin giving you a hard time today. That's what I'm laughing about. Oh, okay. Sissy, I thought you were laughing at me. Love the one you with always, forever, because you will never know what you have until it's gone. Amen. Amen. God put two good people together. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't care if I get me a big old hippopotamus man. As long as I love him, I ain't caring about what you guys say about him. I'm putting him, like I said yesterday in my live stream, I'm putting him right on the side of the couch with me. Big and all, because I love big men. That's just the type of woman I am. Sorry. I like them small, too. I like them small, big or small. It really doesn't matter. No more. It used to matter, not no more, though. Good morning, SP. I have an honest and true, amazing man that is all about me and my kids. See, that's what you want. A man that's going to be about you and your kids, not about you and Sam and Tim and Harry and Sue and Jim. You don't want a man like that. I am being honest. There's nothing wrong with being honest. Cassandra, that is a deep. You don't find it that deep. You don't find that this these days. Cassandra, you're right. We don't find that. Yeah, that's true, Cassandra. I met my husband online. We met in person after 3 weeks. He broke all my rules. We clicked immediately. See? It doesn't matter. It's like I said, life, it wasn't a right or wrong answer about this. Absolutely. That's wonderful. Sissy said, my husband really ready to marry me in a month. He said he knew right away. Okay, just like my husband. Just like my husband. Do you know how long it took for me to marry my husband, you guys? I ain't gonna even say it right now. I fell in love with him in week for the wrong thing. But guess how long it took for me to marry him? You guys guess, and I'll tell you, tell me the truth or not. Thanks, Frank. I am very thankful for my love. He is amazing. Oh, that's awesome. Don't hate on your homebody or your girl, best girl happiness. Mind your own business and be concerned about how to please. Yay, that's true, Melvin. Absolutely. That's good, Cassandra. Yeah, 5 years. Wow. Nope. Way before 5 years. It was before 5 years. Keep thinking, keep guessing. Yes, Cassandra, my hubby will die for us. He is an amazing husband, father. Oh, Miss Diaz, that's awesome. Keep thinking, guys. How long do you think it took for me to marry my husband? I write as it comes. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that, Melvin. My hubby and I agreed that we somehow just knew we were meant to be together. Sometimes you are meant to be together. No, it ain't take no 8 years, Miss Diaz. No, not even 1 year, sissy. 6 months. There you go. I married my husband in 6 months. 6 months. 6 months. That's when I was head over heels over him. Head over here. 6 months. And I was together with him for 11 years. And if he didn't die, I would still be together with him. Good job, life. Go, girl. Thumbs up to life. She got it. 6 months. I married my husband. After 6 months, I was married. And my mother was like, oh, you think that? Hey, good morning. How are you, Maureen Glow? Make sure you thumbs up the live as you come in. How you doing this morning? How you doing? Thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here this morning. Yeah, so yeah, it took me 6 months to get married to this guy. 6 months. I'm glad you're doing awesome. Um, you right, like, oh girl, you got it on a. Yes, you did. I'm taking. I'm talking to the haters. I understand, Melvin. We got you, boy. We got you. Yes, mine too, Mister. It's hard to find these true love. Now I'm beyond thankful for my love. Yeah, it's hard to find true love anymore, Cassandra, because everybody is for the wrong stuff. Nobody is for the right stuff. But yeah, it took me 6 months to. He asked me to marry him after. He really asked me to marry him after 2 months, but I told him just wait 6 months down the line. So I waited 6 months and I married him. And I was married to him 11 years until he passed away. Yep, I was married 11 years. Strong 11 years. Not no, this strong 11 years. That's what I'm talking about. Uh, we have three of our own kids. They are 22, 21, 19. And how we took our baby girl 3 months and now she is about to be 4. Aw, that's awesome. Cassandra, I'm so happy for your relationship, love. You continue on growing with the God. Let him put God in your relationship, Cassandra. And Cassie, it's gonna last for you, baby girl. Miss Diaz says, yes, Cassandra, amen. I praise the Lord every day for bringing him into my life. When I first met him, I was scared because of my previous abusive relationship. It was going to give him a chance. But you gave him a chance. Look where you at now, Miss Diane. Thank God for you, too. But you did. Yeah. Yeah, I was married after 6 months. After 6 months, I got married. And I was so scared because I didn't know what to expect. But even though he was treating me awesome, he was an awesome person. Let me tell you something. That man would put his check on his whole paycheck on the check. He said, baby, go ahead and pay the bills. Just give me $20. Guys, be blessed on my way. Okay, sissy, come back again, baby girl. Come back tomorrow and see me. Come back again and see me, sissy. Um, yes, I am so thankful. Okay, 1 month. What's 1 month? No, I told you it was 6 months later, SP. It was 6 months, sis. After 6 months, I married. That's what you're talking about. When I met mine, I was in an abusive relationship. My hubby saved me. Aw, Cassie. That's so sad. But I'm glad things are better now for you. I'm glad you got you the love of your life. That's what I'm looking for, the love of my life. Yeah, after 6 months, we had got married, and I was kind of like scared because he was already was doing good. He was doing stuff like we were already married. He was taking care of my house. He was taking care of everything. He was making sure my car was cleaned inside and out. That's the type of man I want. Clean your car for you. He was cooking for me, even though I could cook, but he was cooking too. He would go out there, he would go in there and cook for me and do all the things that people would do. Ah, because Cassie, glad to see save him. God bless you and your family. Yeah, so that's what he did. If you have not thumbs up the live, please thumbs up the live stream, please. Don't just come grabbing. That's not nice. This is just a grab. We need to thumbs up when we come to people live stream. Let them know, hey, I appreciate you. Don't just come grab. I see that a lot in live stream, just grabbing. I say that all the time in my live stream, and people still continue just to grab without just giving a simple thumbs up. Thumbs ups are free. They don't cost a thing. If they cost a thing, they're not going to understand you don't want to give the thumbs. But if you come to somebody's live, be respectful and just thumbs it up. Marine, good morning. Yeah, so yeah, we got to understand that though. Yeah, but yeah, I had got married to him 6 months later. I was married. I mean, I was already married to him, and he was and I was just nervous about my relationship, and I was just like, wow, this is amazing. So yeah, I was really happy to be with this guy type of guy. But yeah, I'm hoping and praying that God send me somebody like that again in my life that will love me unconditionally, no matter if I get fat and ugly or whatever the case may be. He still loves me. It is wrong as a single man to be hurt inside when you hear other people's relationships are good. That I look at myself and why am I 42? I'm still single. Don't ask why, and you don't have bad luck. There's no such thing as bad luck, Frank. And don't ask why. You're gonna be okay. God gonna bless you with that right person. Believe me, He will. And when He bless you, you'll see. You never know who it is. It could be somebody on a live stream. You never know when it's going to be. You just don't know if that's right one is out there. Yeah, the right one is out there, 320. Don't complain about, don't ever question God why. Don't ever say that, Frank, I love you dearly. You know I do. I believe there's someone for you. Amen, Cassie, it is. Don't ever question God why we do stuff that we do. People just do things, but don't worry about that. Your time is coming, my time is coming. Like I said, it could be somebody on live stream. You just never know who God put together. But is you ready for that person when they come to your life? Mostly people say they want somebody, but are you truly ready if that person come to you today or tomorrow and say, hey, Frank, let's get together. Let's work on this. Let's see how it works. I love God, you love God. Let's see how it works. Are you really ready when God really bring that person to you? Mostly people are not ready. Some people just talk out the side of the ear and they're not really ready. But I'm quite sure you are ready, Frank. I can tell you are ready. Yeah. But some people are not really ready. They say, oh, I'm going to run a relationship. And when that time comes, you get cold feet. Oh, I ain't ready for that. I always told my kids, life, live your life and work on on the person you are, and God will send you that mate, someone out there. Your mate is working on yourself. Amen. That's absolutely true. 320. Don't look, just let it happen, and it will. It will happen, Cassie. Exactly. I try. I don't look no more for nobody. I have ran into a lot of men call themselves some of they a Christian because I say I'm a Christian. That turns out not true. They wasn't a Christian. They just want to get with me. Pray about that person. Don't just get with somebody because you think they say they're a Christian. Everybody you come in contact with is nothing like you. Everybody you come in contact with, you half of them be fake. Oh, I'm a Christian. I am. I love the Lord and this and that. And then you see one red flag come around. Then it's all messed up again. So you be careful. Be careful who you call, say, you get involved with. Because if God didn't put them there, they ain't for you. I don't want to jump into a random relationship. I, I don't want, I don't want to jump into a random relationship. I did that, and when I was younger, I'm too old for that. Right? You don't want to just jump into anything. You want to wait on the Lord. Yes, sometimes it be impatient, because sometimes I get impatient. I'm not going to say as a Christian I don't get impatient. Of course, we all get impatient. I am 42, and I know I am one of old school children who got that look of fear, God, and a love of a mother and wife. Her name should be Ruth. Amen. I hear you, Melvin. They coming. Everybody gonna get what they deserve. You just don't never know where. You don't never know where you're gonna find love at. It could be on a live stream. It could be a YouTuber. It could be out here in the streets. You just never know where you're gonna find love at. But when you find love, make sure you're ready. Some people say they're ready for love. They say they're so tired of being alone. But when God sends them that special person, they run. They get cold feet. When God sends me that special person, I'm not going to get cold feet. I'm not going to run. I'm just going to welcome that person into my life. Yeah, I'm going to welcome that person into life. And just because you meet somebody doesn't mean they have to be in the same state you are in. So many people are looking for people in the state they're in. No, you can meet love anywhere. It can be anywhere. You two just got to come about and try to make that thing work. Work on each other. To do the right thing to get closer to each other. God sometimes send you somebody somewhere from another state. Like my husband, he was from Alabama. I wasn't from Alabama. I'm originally from New York City, but I was staying in Ohio. But he was from Alabama. Yep, he was from Alabama. So it's not where you find love at, it's how to keep love when you get it. If God's sending you somebody in your life that's gonna love you, and He sent from above, you make sure you treat that person right. You treat that person with respect. And you both should respect each other. I don't care how long it takes for you to love them, how long you waited for. Just be ready when it comes, because you just never know. Love may come before you expect it. Because some people don't expect the love to come so quick for them, and when it comes, you just be ready for it. That's all. Everybody not ready for love when it comes in their face. They be like, "Oh, I wasn't even ready," but you just said you want somebody to love you. So be ready when somebody see you, when they come to your life. So that's what I do. I try to be ready, be prepared. There's a special person out there for us. All you have to do is keep your heart open, because it can be right in front. That's what I'm trying to say, Cassie. It can be right in front of your eyes, but if you keep acting blind like you don't see it, you'll be lost. When God giving you signs about a person and saying, hey, that might be a good person for you, man. Well, hey, hold on. Or that might be a good person for you, woman. Hold on, Trisha. And I'm holding on. I'm not going to give up on hope. Don't ever give up on love. Mostly people give up because they think it's been too long. Don't always ask God when it's going to be your time. God got everybody time in his hand. So don't go around saying, wow, I waited this long. God will make you wait 30 more years. You probably might be 80 years old to get somebody. You just got to wait on the Lord. Don't go put anybody in your life because anybody will hurt your heart. Believe me. I want my lady 45 or older, God fearing, my loving, and not someone loose woman who don't have no type of directions and still living like 25, going to clubs, still do balls, grown folks. Yeah, yeah, there you go. You don't want nobody running the streets. I know I don't want a man to run the street. You run the streets, you're not right for me. I want a man that I can go to church with every day. We can go to church. We can serve God together. We can talk about what we learned in church today. Stuff like that. We don't want to get with somebody that's going to talk about jibber jab junk all day long, and then you're married to him, and he in the bar every night. You sleeping alone in the bed. He come on 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning. You don't want nobody like that. You want somebody when you go to bed. Hey, sooner or later, if he ain't down there watching TV, sooner or later he's going to join you in bed. Don't be with somebody as soon as you go to bed. He out in the bars, sneaking upstairs, creeping in the room. Please go somewhere with that. So don't worry about being alone, Frank. Sometimes it's good to be alone, to get your life together, get your soul right, get your spirit right with the Lord, and He's going to send you that perfect person just for you. And what I mean by perfect person, the perfect person that God sent you from earth, from down from above. Yeah, because like I said, sometimes time is hard to wait on a person, but they coming. It's just around the corner, but we have to be patient with the Lord. Just wait on the Lord, the boss. That's all. Just wait on the Lord. It's coming. Wait on him. He's around the corner. He's not far, or she's not far. My bad. Balls are fundraiser events. It's something like a mayor's ball. I know you keep telling me about this ball event and all this mess. I'm gonna have to figure out this stuff. What you talking about, Frank? I'm not Frank Melvin. Amen. Boston. Yeah. Just wait on the Lord. He is coming. He's around the corner, or she's around the corner. Just wait. You just never know. That person may be looking right at you, and you might be looking right at them. You just don't know. You don't know what God got in store for you. But if you're being so impatient, He's going to make you wait a little even longer. Don't be impatient. Do not rush the Lord. God is always on time. He's never late. He's never too early. He's just on time. So if we wait on the Lord and wait for our blessings, it's going to come. It may be coming to you in a big old red boat. You just don't know. But be ready to catch it when it comes. Don't mistreat it. Don't hurt it. Love it always. I don't care if you fall in love with that person 2 days later. Make sure it's real though. Because there's people that fall in love quick like now. Like I told you. You heard what Cassie them said. Hey, it can happen. Nobody can't tell you how soon to fall in love with nobody anyways. For real, they really can't. You're just going to have to do it when you think it's right. I am hungry. I want to get milk or my cereal and Kool-Aid. Please, no fire, Trisha. Did you get my Kool-Aid yet or what? You done told me that 30 million times ago that you get some Kool-Aid. I ain't seen no Kool-Aid or nothing yet. You've been told me a long time ago you was going to the store. Boy, go in the store and hurry up back here. If I'm still here, because I might be getting offline in a few minutes. Yeah, so don't be so in a rush to fall in love with somebody, because sometimes when you be in a rush to fall in love with somebody or get somebody, that don't be the right person for you. Sometimes when we go grabbing each other, grabbing people that's not for us, that they don't be the right person for us either. So don't always grab somebody when you think they're right for you, because they're not always right for you. Some people grab you and you say, oh, that's the right person for you, and it don't be the right person. So always remember that type of stuff. Don't go grabbing. Just wait on the Lord. Sometimes it's hectic, because sometimes it's hectic for me too. I'm not going to be over here trying to act like I guess I'll be waiting until I leave. No, Frank. Stop, Frank. No, you won't. Frank, if you don't stop saying that, I'm going to come up through this phone and whoop you, Frank. Hey, Felicia. Good morning, Really Real. How are you? How you doing this morning? Frank, don't say that. You are not going to wait until you leave this earth. See, you got that type of attitude to think that way. Don't think that way, Frank. You just don't know where that person's going to come. You might be on live. Frank, no one knows she will come. Yeah, she will come. She will come, Frank. Stop thinking negative about it. It's coming. It's coming when you least expect. Yeah, when you least expect. Good morning, Trisha. I'm doing good, Trisha. I'm doing good, Willie Will. I can't thank you. I'm just on live stream today trying to get a little word in about falling. Hey, how about you, Willie Will? What you think about this? Can you be in love with someone you just met? And there's not no wrong and right answers about this, Willie. But what you think? Yes, she is out there, Cassie. You just gotta be, you gotta be patient. Be patient and wait on the Lord, because He is coming. He is coming. He really coming. Well, she is coming. She really coming. I ain't gonna say he. She is coming. What do you think about the subject I just said, Willie? Well, let me know. Yeah, so don't give up so easy, Frank. It's around the corner, baby. I called you baby. Sorry, Frank. It's around the corner, sweetie. It's around the corner. Don't give up. I don't care how things seem to be right now. It is around the corner. Life has its ups and downs, and you know what? Sometimes we think we met the right person. It doesn't always be the right person, but that don't mean you're supposed to give up, Frank. Continue on believing that God gonna put that right person in your life for you, no matter how hard it is. Always remember that He got us. He got us, and He's never gonna leave us or forsake us. Always remember that. Yeah. Uh, Willie will say, I think it's possible because some people do fall in love at first sight. Yeah, they do. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not a right or wrong answer for that. We fall in love. I love you. I was trying to do live stream, but the baby wouldn't let me. She was acting crazy. All the car shows yesterday wasn't. I kept on hearing you, Cassandra. I kept on hearing you saying yesterday when I went to your live. Well, I wasn't there. I went afterward. You saying put your hat on. Put the hat on. I was cracking up, Cassandra. You were funny. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so yeah, everybody got their own opinion about that. It's not like I said, there's no wrong and right answers about it. Like I said, Willie Will, when I first met my husband, I married him 6 months later, but I fell in love with him like 2 weeks, but it was 2 weeks, but it was for the wrong reasons. It was for because he had money and all this stuff. That's the reason why. But later on, he grew on me, I started loving him for the right reasons. You know what I mean? I will. Um, she may be at church. You got to find her, but you haven't seen her. But she is there. Frank, go to church and find her. Ask God to for the map. Melvin, I thought you was at the store. Cassandra says she's a little stinker. She don't let us enjoy stuff. She's so spoiled. I was dying laughing looking at your live stream. Aw, Cassie, I love you, Cassie. Yeah. Some people on here, I just love you guys. Some of you guys on here, I just love you guys because you guys are so genuine. When you guys come to my homestead, what are you laughing about, homestead 320? Yeah, when you guys come to my homestead. I talk so fast. When you guys come to my live stream, you make me feel so happy to have you guys here. When I say I appreciate, Willie will stop. See, I'm trying to say something. Stop when you guys come here, it makes me feel nice. I mean, but you know what? You telling Melvin to go, yeah, he needs to go to the store. I love you so much more. I am so thankful the Lord brought you into my life. Me too, Cassandra. You are awesome. And when I say I love you guys for who you are, I do. I don't fake that. It's a lot of people fake saying they love a person, but as soon as you get off live stream, you're talking about each and every one of the person was on your live stream. That is not nice to do. That's never was good to do. If you love a person, love them for real. Don't say you love a person and you still talking about them. I get that a lot from people. But you know what? I pray for those people. When people do that type of stuff to me, I always say, I'm going to pray for you, girl. I'm going to pray for you, boy. And I walk away. I don't try to get back at people. It's a lot of people try to get back at you because of who you are. Some people don't like you just because of what you do. People don't like people that motivate people. They don't. You motivating somebody, they're about to move away from you. Amen. Don't say you love someone and you don't love isn't a word to throw away. Right? It's not. It's not a word to throw around. It's not. You can't do that to people. You're not supposed to even do that to somebody's heart. I'd be a liar saying, "Oh, I love each and every one of you guys," and then when you come in my live stream, I don't acknowledge none of you guys. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I go above the person. Oh yeah, how you doing? 320," and forget about Cassie in the middle and just pass her up and know I seen her because she was before that person. But I'm gonna go in the middle and do the middle person. Who does that? Thank, thank you, Cassie. Tell them. Yeah, so don't do that. When you say you love somebody, be for real about it, be genuine about it, and be happy that that person is in your life. Because there's not a lot of genuine people that say they love you and really mean it. So if a person tell you they love you, mean it. But when a person tell you they love you, and watch out for them. Look at them. Make sure they're telling the truth. You can just look at a person, observe them. I observe a lot. I do a lot of observing to really see if that person really, really is genuine. You can tell if a person really got love for you when they come to your live stream. Everybody don't come to your live stream. I got my regular people to come to, and then I get a lot of new people come to my live stream, and I'm thankful for them. I'm not ungrateful for people that God sent to my. Hey, Sherry, good morning. How are you? Make sure you thumbs up the live stream if you can, Sherry. How you doing this morning? Oh, you're already there. Thank you. What flavor do you like, Ruth? I like. Give me cherry and lemonade, please. I want two cherry and lemonade, please. I think I hurt because I had a loyal mother, but I haven't. I have a loyal friend now come in my life. She's coming, Frank. Frank, if I was right by you right now, I'd give you a big old hug because that's what you need. You need a big hug. And you need a big hug from Trisha. You do. You need a big old hug, Frank. And if I was there in your city where you stay at, I would give you a big old hug because you need that right now. I understand what you're going through, Frank, but is she coming? She's coming. She might be looking right at you. You just don't know. Some people are so blind. She might be looking right at you. Just wait on the Lord. We trying to get our internet back on. Oh, it's not on yet, Sherry? Okay. Okay. All these single women in this chat, why you haven't asked one out? SP, you better close your mouth, Miss Matchmaker. My sister is such a matchmaker on here. She say all these. Sonya, my sissy is bad. I'm a whoop my sis too when I see her too. Sis, you bad. Okay, sis, I'm hoping that you get your internet back on today, Sherry, so you can get your stuff going on. I got a video that was supposed to have been out 2 weeks ago. I'd be so tired of putting videos out. I'd do a live stream all day long. A video, they turned off it yesterday morning. Oh, okay, sis. Hopefully it'll get back on today. You're trying to get it back on today, if possible? Yeah, but don't worry about the haters and stuff like that. You're gonna find love. Frank is coming. Hopefully it'll get back on today, sis. I'm praying for you that you get your internet back on. I heard that so many times for a long time. Frank, stop giving up. I'm about to go through the phone with you, Frank. Where you staying? I'm on my way over there right now. If I came over there right now, Frank, what would you do? What would you do? If we had to willing to come through the phone and get to where that person at, what would you do? What would you do? Tell me, what would you do? What would you do? What would you do? I want to know what you do. Yeah, so don't keep doubting stuff in your life, Frank, because it's coming. It is around the corner. I used to be a doubter. After my husband died, I was a doubter. Aw, that's so sweet. I'm so silly, ain't I, y'all? Oh, that's so sweet. It made my nose red and my cheeks red. All that Indian came out. And want that Indian to come out, and that ain't a good thing. Don't be a doubter. Don't be a doubter. I want every seat, every friend. Yeah. Don't be a doubter. Don't doubt nothing in this world. People doubt a lot of stuff and they put their blessings to the side. Don't do that. Excuse me. What God got for you is for you. And when that good person come along, you better hold on to that person. Don't leave her. When that good man come along, I never know who it could be. Somebody in the live stream too. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I am a confidential person, and it kills that. That's what this feel. I feel. Oh, I know, Frank. It'll get better. It'll get better. You just never know who's down the line waiting on you. You just never know. Sherry, hey, nice to see you today. Sis is bad. Sissy, you bad. Talking about you just bad, sis. But anyway, yeah, we got to learn to don't doubt what God got planned for us. He already got our life already planned out. He knew us before we knew ourselves. So he already know he got somebody already in plan for you. And God already know he got somebody in plan for me already. It's already somebody in the making. Why you still stressing about that situation? God already done worked it out, but you just haven't seen it yet because you keep doubting. Don't doubt. I used to do it. That's why I'm telling you, Frank, don't do it. God already done worked it out, baby. He already worked it out. My daughter's going through the same thing, thinking she the same like Frank, but she's only 21. You know what? They do it too. I'm Cassie, even at 21. Even at 21, sweetheart, they do it too. So don't doubt stuff. Just wait on the Lord. I sit back and I wait. I know my blessings are coming. Um, I must go ready for my day. It's raining. I have a lot to do. Okay, come back again, 3:20, and see me. Love you. Be blessed, sweetheart. And try to stay out of that rain. Get your umbrella. Don't forget your umbrella. I feel her same thing. It's special for her. I know. Sometimes I cry all over that. Sometimes I cry over that. Oh, Frank, don't cry over it. Don't cry over it. Because you know what? You're crying over spoiled milk that God already have under control. We don't have control over who God put in your life. But you can put anybody in your life, but you don't want anybody. I mean, as long as it's good tears and you just cry a little bit and get over it, don't continue on crying. God don't want you to continue on crying about stuff that He already is going to work out for you. I think I see some spark in someone's eyes. Sonya, what is you talking about? I'm about to come through the phone on Sonya too. Oh my, that's my other sissy. I'm about to come on the phone on her. My son is still going through a lot. His girlfriend left 2 months ago. He goes to work, comes home, and sleeps. It makes me sad when, oh, you know what? It does, Cassandra. That's very sad. It does. It does. Especially when your kids are going through stuff. You don't want to see you going through stuff. Oh, I wish we was in the same state. We were all cooking. I know, sissy. I know. Yes, we're gonna have to make that happen for real. We're gonna have to make. What you math laughing at, Cassie? Yeah, we're gonna have to make that happen, SP, because I want to meet my sis right there. Me and this girl, SP, we click just like, and just like Cassie, we click real good. You know, I'm looking for somebody that I can click with. If you can't click on a live, you can't click in person either. I'm trying to tell you. I just wish I could help him be happy. But you know what? God got him, Cassie. Don't worry. I know it's hard to see your children going through stuff like that because I know it'd be hard for me too. I got people around me that's happy, but I am not. Oh, Frank, you are. You will be. I know that will be so much fun. Yes, it will, sis. It will be. I wish we could all meet up and hang out. We're gonna have to make it happen. I think I heard a hint once. You know what? Stop it, sis. You better stop. Yeah, so don't worry about your haters. Be good to one another. I don't care what people say about you. Just wait on the Lord, Frank, because she's around the corner. I wait on the Lord because I know He's around the corner. And like I tell you guys, like I said yesterday in my live stream, when I get that perfect guy, he's going to be perfect for me. He ain't got to be perfect to everybody. As long as he's perfect that God sent from heaven for me, I'm going to put him right next to me. Cassie, you crazy. You and SP is. Um, Frank Goodland. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, he's going to sit right next to me. Don't give up on love. Will come. Amen, boss. Tell him. Love is going to come. Love is going to come. Love going to come. But you got to understand, when love come to you, Frank, be ready. Some people not ready for love. They say, "Oh, I'm waiting on love," and when it come, you all blind and you ain't even ready. You be like, "Bye." That person be like, "Bye." SP trying to get someone. Yeah, she is, Cassie. SP is a mess. I'm gonna spank SP. As soon as we do a meet and greet, we guys gonna have to get together. SP, the boss too, all of us. If you guys don't got the boss, make sure y'all get her. She's awesome too. And we all need to get together, all the ladies. Maybe it's a Baltimore thing. Oh no, it ain't. Maybe it's a Atlanta thing. Amy and the Boss Life. Oh, yeah, the Boss Mind is online. Yeah, she's online. The Boss Life is here. She's always coming to my live stream every now and then. Yeah, but like I said, we got to be grateful for whoever God put in my. I'm getting off in 10 minutes. I've been on here 2 hours talking y'all head off. Cause let me tell you something. When I talk, I can talk. I got mango in the Kool-Aid. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I love mango. Did they have lemonade? Because I like to mix that together if they got it. But wait a minute, hold on. I think wait a minute, hold on. Show you love Boss Life. Oh, okay. Your Boss Life is cool. Make sure you get her. She's an awesome person. I figure people that I need to make Boss Life blue too. I didn't even make Boss Life blue. I love her. Yeah. People that I make blue, I love them. I don't make everybody blue. Just because you come in my live stream, that don't mean I'm gonna make you blue. You have to come to my live stream a couple of times, and I have to have something about you that I like. I don't do that very easy. I mean, I don't just get people because they come. No, I have to like something about you for you to be blue. to me. Sometimes God has to get us ready for something. It takes a while for us to see what it is we need to change. When we do, He will give us that we need. Having to have. Yes, that's right, the boss. Sometimes you have to change things about yourself. Maybe God don't think you're ready right now. Maybe He do. Like I said, I've been single 2 years now since my father, not my father, since my husband died. Sometimes you have to wait on the Lord and wait, because sometimes it might not be your season yet. I thought last year was my season for a good man. It wasn't my season. It's just not my season yet. Maybe this year might be my season. The year's not up yet. Never know. I love mango, strawberry, peach, and Sprite. Sonic. I like Sprite. I don't drink pop, so that used to be my favorite pop, Cassandra. But I don't drink pop anymore. Let me check on this screen. I'm see. Okay, Melvin, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Just, but when love come your way, always just be ready for it, Frank. Be ready for that of the love of your life, because they coming. Okay. But yeah, yeah, 'cause love comes in all types of shapes, sizes, colors, no matter what. That person could be Chinese or anything. You just don't know what God gonna send you. But when He send you somebody, you better be ready. And I don't care if you start loving that person a month later. That's love. If God sent it to you, that's love. Don't go out here looking for the wrong people, because sometimes when you look for the wrong people, you get the wrong stuff. What I mean by wrong stuff come your way. Frank, you want a blessing, not a messing. Amen. That's what you want. So always just wait around for the Lord and see what He got in store. Because like I said, I thought last year was going to be my season for to have my great husband come along in my life and say, you know what? And I don't like waiting 1 and 2 years to get married to somebody. If we're together, I don't do the household stuff, the play in the house thing. I don't do all that. Y'all both around the corner. I'm just saying. Sonya, you wait till I get off this phone. I mean, you wait till I get off this live stream. I'm coming through that phone on you. Females say that men hurt them, but females hurt us deep. Us deep. Wait a minute, deep inside. We just never speak on it. True. There's a lot of men that's hurt today behind females, and they don't want to get in another relationship because they think that person's going to do that to them too. But it's not always true. There's good people out there. There's good men out there. There's good women. So when people say, "Oh, there's not a lot of good men out there," are a lot of good men out there. We just haven't came across them yet. God haven't sent that person to us. Just like you say, there's not a lot of good women out there. There is a lot of good women out there. God just haven't sent you that right person yet, because you're too busy out there. I'm not saying you, Frank. Just anybody. You two out there just trying to grab anybody. Stop just trying to grab anybody. Just wait, simply wait on the Lord to send you that awesome person that's going to love you unconditionally, going to accept your flaws no matter what you got, won't disrespect you, won't cheat on you, will love you just the way you are. Will tell you he love you or she love you every single day. I want somebody to tell me they love me every day. Don't tell me once in a while you love me. I don't want no bipolar stuff. I want you to tell me you love me every single day. I want to hear, I love you, Trisha. I love you, Trisha. I love you, Trisha. I want to hear that every day. Before you go to work, you better say it. I love you. I love you. So I say it back. That's what I want. Yeah. Females wait a minute. Females and males both hurt each other. There are good and bad people. You got to find them. You can't be negative, positive, positive. Have amen. That's absolutely right, Cassandra. That's right, Cassie. Right. Men get played because of what the other man did. Sometime that's true, Frank. You got a point there too. Yeah. Mostly, females does that to men because they've been played from the next relationship. But we shouldn't do that because the other person did that. If we was in a bad relationship before that, we need to leave that relationship where it's at. Continue on going. Patricia, hey. Hello, Patricia Sprinkle. Hi, Patricia. I don't see you in here. Can you please thumbs up the live stream if you can, sweetie? I don't know why I can't see Patricia Sprinkles, but she's always in my live stream, but I never get a chance to see her. How you doing today, Patricia? Yeah. So let's learn to love one another. Don't worry about how people talk about us, how people treat us. Just love one another. God gonna send you somebody that's good, that's gonna love you for who you are, Frank. So don't worry about the haters, the way people feel about you, because you're awesome just the way you are. God think you awesome. We think you awesome. So don't worry about that. You're gonna feel lonely for a while. God got you that way right now just to see how you're gonna take it. How you gonna relate to this. Everybody don't relate to that. They just don't. They end up giving up on themselves because they tired of waiting. Don't ever get tired of waiting on the Lord. Ever get tired of waiting on the Lord. Be good to one another, guys. I'm about to go. About to get offline. I'm still here. But I'm about to go. Sherry, I'm hoping you get your internet on because I am here today. Still on call. You guys be good to one another. I'm about to go though. Bye. You know what? Bye. Have a blessed day. Bye, Frank. Be good. Keep the faith, Frank.